ọmọ Ìbàràpá lápapọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àkí ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tìlé tó kó ẹ̀mí àbọ̀ ẹ̀bá nǹkan mọ Adéyẹmọ Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho orúkọ ńlá tí ń jámọ̀ láyà bí àrá orúkọ tó ń dẹrù bo lórúkọ gan-an ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má sùn o torí pé bùrà a kò lè fojú kégbodò láyé títa ríro lẹ̀dá ń kọlà wúrà tó máa dán alànà kọjá dandan o ọ̀wọ́n irin ní má bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ̀nà ẹ̀dá kan ò lè ṣì wá lọ́nà mọ́ ẹjẹ́ àfìmọ̀ṣọ kan ká lè débi re ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbárùkù ti Sunday Ìgbòho ṣá ọmọ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ nílùú Alágbàdo Òde ọmọ atapẹ̀tẹ̀ wọnú omi ọmọ gègèlè wodò sànyà ìsànyà ò rẹ́ràn bàbá yín láàrin ìdí omi kò síná ń kán sí yín lẹ́nu ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta òkè Ìgbòho ìkan ń ṣe yín ní dábọ̀dàbọ̀ ìkan ní mọ́ rọra ìkan tó kù nígbà tí wọ́n ò mọ̀ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ kí ló dé Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ sí ọmọ òpópó sanran ìgbàgede Ìgbòho sùn wọn láláìsí bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn ní kó ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀sìn òní bímọ méjì ní Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ bẹ́sìn bá bímọ méjì ní Ìgbòho àfikàn pọpọ sí amúkan yòókù bọ sànyà àtúmúyà rẹ̀ tí ò lọ́rọ̀ gbọ́ àfiṣẹrù wálé wàrà mòjé ọmọ onílé ọlà àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ségesège tọ́láwọn ò ní bomi kó sí mu wọ́n láwọn ò ní bomi sànyà wẹ́sẹ̀ ìgbà tójú kò fi rí ń kọ́ gbogbo wọn náà sáré bomi kó sí mu wọ́n sì bomi sànyà wẹ́sẹ̀ ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tẹ̀ ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé fi ránṣọ kiri gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá Sunday Ìgbòho onírèlẹ̀ láéláé torí àbá lásán nìkan ń dá òkúta ò ṣe gbé fún wọn o ìmọ̀ràn lásán ni ti balùwẹ̀ kò pọ́sibú kó dòdò láyé ń bí ó kún díẹ̀ kí tọ́ domi láéláé ìtọ́ mi lè domi Sunday Ìgbòho arógun má ti dí tó ń jà fẹ́tọ̀ Yorùbá ní tilé tó kó.
Ìgbà ọ̀tun ti dé ọmọ Odùduwà àsìkò ọ̀tun ti dé ọmọ Odùduwà kò ṣẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà mọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà kò ṣẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà mọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà àsìkò ti tó láti gbára wa lọ́wọ́ ìjọba amúnisìn o. Àsìkò ti tó ọmọ Odùduwà àsìkò ti tó ọmọ Odùduwà kò ṣẹlẹ́sìmẹ̀sìn mọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà àfẹ́lẹ́yàmẹ̀yà mọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà àsìkò ti tó láti gbára wa lọ́wọ́ ìjọba amúnisìn o. ọmọ Odùduwà rìpọ́blìkì asọ̀wásọmọ asọ̀wásálàfíà àìkúbalẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àfẹ́lẹ́yàmẹ̀yàmọ́ àfẹ́lẹ́sìmẹ̀sìmọ́ àwọn ìjọba wa ara wọn nìkan ló jà fún ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbé rìpọ́blìkì lárugẹ Odùduwà rìpọ́blìkì ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbé lárugẹ kó lè san wá sówó kó lè san wá sọ́mọ asọ̀wásálàfíà àìkúbalẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àní àsìkò yìí ti tó ọmọ Odùduwà àsìkò yìí ti tó sẹ́ ọmọ Odùduwà àfẹ́lẹ́yàmẹ̀yà mọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà àfẹ́lẹ́yàmẹ̀yà mọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà àsìkò ti tó láti gbára wa lọ́wọ́ ìjọba amúnisìn o. ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn gbogbo àgbààgbà Yorùbá látòrí emeritus professor Banji Akintoye comrade mi ń kọ́ Victor Taiwo olóyè Sunday Ìgbòho ẹ bá mi tọ́jú bàbá tèmi ààrẹ Gani Adams àti gbogbo Yorùbá akíkanjú ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà lókè òkun látòrí Mr. Adébíyé Adépọ̀jù àní ìlà sílé ọmọ Odùduwà ìlà sílé ọmọ Odùduwà àgbẹ̀yàgbẹ̀ ọmọ Odùduwà
Fiona, they heard you. Yes, indeed, they heard you. You came out to tell us that the 2023 election, you found it fascinating. You found it fascinating that people were killed. You found it fascinating that people were injured, people were harmed. You found it fascinating that results were being changed. You find it fascinating that violence was brought into the election. Well, they've heard you. They've heard you loud and clear. And the gubernatorial election, they unleashed more violence. More people have been killed. More people have been harmed. More people have been disenfranchised. More people have been refused to perform their civic duty. The same thing that you not accept in your own country. You come to our country and you sit down, you're fascinated by an election that is marred with violence because, of course, it's a horror film you can watch live happening. Again and again and again we have stand this double standard, this two-faced standard. We do not want it. You sit in your pretty little countries, you have election where people are free to go out and vote, where nobody is afraid for their life, where nobody is killed when they go out for election, and then you come to our own place, you accept a minimum standard. You're okay with, a few being killed because those few are not part of your families. Those few are not your citizens. We do not need handouts from you. We do not need handouts from these nations. You sit down, you constantly want our country to be down. You want our continent to be down so that you say, we sent them £5 million for the election. Taxpayers' money. Do we look like we need £5 million? Does Nigeria look like it needs £5 million? We have said to you, stop giving an enabling environment for people who loot our nation dry and take them to your places and invest them there. There must be minimum standard. We're sitting down here, people are being killed because they want to exercise their civic duty. And you come to tell us that we should be proud of an election that is so mad.
Àní àsìkò yìí ti tó ọmọ Odùduwà. Àsìkò yìí ti tó sẹ́ ọmọ Odùduwà. Àfẹ́lẹ́ yàmẹ̀yàmọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà. Àfẹ́lẹ́ yàmẹ̀yàmọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà. Àsìkò ti tó láti gbára wa lọ́wọ́ ìjọba pòlísì o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn gbogbo àgbààgbà Yorùbá látòrí emeritus professor Banji Akintoye, comrade Minko Victor Taiwo, olóyè Sunday Igboho. Ẹ bá mi tọ́jú bàbá tèmi ààrẹ Gani Adams àti gbogbo Yorùbá akíkanjú ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà lókè òkun. Látòrí Mr. Adékúnlé Adépọ̀jù. Àní ìgbà ọ̀tun ti dé ọmọ Odùduwà. Ìgbà ọ̀tun ti dé ọmọ Odùduwà. Àfẹ́lẹ́yàmẹ̀yàmọ́ ọmọ Odùduwà. Àfẹ́lẹ́sìmẹ̀sìmọ́.
Impediment to Yoruba development is the impediment to Oodua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction, and there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
Again.
No going back. Igboho ṣá. Iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tẹ̀síwájú. Mr. Koiki ẹ ṣé o, àwọn ọmọ mi ló kí yìí o. Àwọn ọmọ mi ló kí yìí o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, a máa délé lérí o lórúkọ Jésù. Yorùbá nation.
And a very good afternoon and welcome to our live transmission. This is koikimedia live. Monday, 20th March 2023. Ẹ̀mọ́ tó ń pa mí lẹ́rìn ni pé each time tí bá ń gbọ́ wọn one or two things tó ń sọ pé Ìgbòho àti Koiki lọ instigate pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá máa lọ sí 2023. I just laugh, because it shows that at least I am very, very important. Mo kàn ń gbọ́ nísìnyí pé wọ́n ní Koiki ni ó ní ọmọ àlọ́ selection àti Ìgbòho wọ́n ti plan it tipẹ́tipẹ́, and all that. I just laugh. I just laugh. Then Mr. Taiwo Bright, Mandela spent a lot of time in the prison. Koda, he was called a terrorist at some point. Ọmọlọ́jọ́bí, òun ló sọ fún mi, aṣọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún my brother, ẹ fọkànbalẹ̀, ó ń ṣọmọ lókù bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So tí bá gbọ́tọ́ ní èmi àti Ìgbòho lájọ plan pé ọmọ àṣẹ election, ṣé mi náà mo plan ẹ̀ pé Labour Party máa erupt láàrin méjì, because nobody knew Labour Party was going to come up. Nobody knew that. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin koikimedia team láti Ìbàdàn dé Àkúrẹ́ dé Èkìtì dé Ìlaró àti gbogbo àwọn fans wa around the world. Mo sọ fún yín pé media yìí last man standing ni kò sí ibi ẹ rí pé mo sọ point blank even when it was hit up pé wọ́n fi gbalẹ̀ mo ní ká jẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ gbẹ́jáde ilẹ̀ wo ló fi gbà gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí support àwọn olóṣèlú nísìn ojú yín la máa wò níwájú báyìí nísìn. Everybody was playing that that àbẹ̀yẹ́kọ́ gbalẹ̀ wa wọ́n ṣàtẹ̀yẹ ti gbé wọn wọlé báyìí and I'm sure you are all ẹ padà wá sí round table àbí. Like I said, I'm not going to get myself involved with any media for now. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Now, I would rather use all my strength. I don't know, because for the last 3 years, I have been accused of so many things and so many other things. But at the end of the day, I don't allow those things to bother me. Yellow man do, but you man sorrow see boy can respond. So it pains them a lot. It pains them. ó ń dùn wọn gan, ó sì ń dùn àwọn kan títí dé èmi bí ṣe bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lára àwọn tájọ jẹ́ colleagues because wọ́n kàn realize pé mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí asọ́ làárọ̀ yìí kó tó dípa máa wọnú ètò lọ. Ẹ rí pé mo fi picture mi àti colleagues mi, my brother Ijile Marcus. I can tell you officially he has been released. That's all I can say. He called me himself and I don't have to go into any details, but mo lè confirm fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lénìí confirmation lórí koikimedia pé lótìtọ́ lódodo Ìjìnlẹ̀ ti wà ní free, kò dẹ̀ sí ní Nàìjíríà fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń gbàdúrà pa máa gbé wálé. Ìjìnlẹ̀ is free. Láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà máa lọ kí ní Turkey, láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà lágbára Elédùmarè máa débẹ̀ máa lọ kí officially. And I don't have to go into any other details. That's all I have to say to you. Interfere nìyẹn. Whatever happen, máa dàn kó máa ṣe program lọ́la from the flyer tí mo rí tó wà níta. I will be there sitting down listening to him when it's gonna come out. But I can confirm fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátá pé Ìjìnlẹ̀ ò sí ní Nàìjíríà, but he has been released back into the country he has lived. Ètí kò yí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni pé ibì kan lolúkálukú wa ń gbé kó tó nípa bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation. Ó dẹ̀ ní tolúkálukú wa ti ń ṣe nílùú yẹn. A kò rí pé well Yorùbá nation bàbá Akíntóyè ló mú wá àfi tá a bá fi parọ́ fúnra wa. Bàbá Akíntóyè dẹ̀ mú dé and at the end of the day adẹ̀gbé yẹn pa ọmọ eléyìí tún make sense ju politics àmàlàtẹ̀bà lọ. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run, mo máa ń sọ in tí mo bá ti bá lè sọ ní live màá lè sọ nínú kọ̀rọ̀ ní kọ̀rọ̀ débi pé ẹ̀yin gan mọ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ èmi gan ni ọ̀dàlẹ̀ àníkọ́ lọ́hùn kó fi ọ̀dàlẹ̀ yẹn kó fi mú mi mọ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n ti káàkiri gbẹ́sọ níwòlímọ̀, wọ́n ti mú orúkọ mi, wọ́n ti lọ sí everywhere. Confirm ni mo sọ fún yín. Èmi yà fún kẹ́bí ló máa ń sọ. Tí ọ̀rọ̀ àpẹ́gbọ́n wọn ni Mọ́mí Dublin, ẹ̀rántí Mọ́mí Dublin lèmi mọ̀ wọ́n sí, I don't know their ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé orúkọ gbogbo wa fi mọ̀ wọ́n. Gbogbo wa nísìn, we are not together anymore because I'm not involved with, even though pé Ìjìnlẹ̀ jáde, I'm not involved with ìyá yẹn mọ́. Confirm lẹ gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi yẹn, but èmi àti Ìjìnlẹ̀ bá ṣe máa wà títí forever ni because mo ti mọ̀ Ìjìnlẹ̀ kí tó mọ̀ ìyá yẹn. I've not told him this, but I'm sure bá ti gbọ́ sétí down. Ìjìnlẹ̀ jáde kò mean anything, èmi àti àjọ máa ṣe, but èmi àti ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìyá yẹn a lè jọ ṣe mọ́, àṣírí lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn confirm. Ìyẹn ò mí pé máa bínú sí Ìjìnlẹ̀, èmi ni Ìjìnlẹ̀ àti mọ́ra kó tó di. Mo lọ sí Turkey, mo lọ rí ní Turkey, at least mo rí physically, mo rẹ̀ tí rí ìyá yẹn rí physically. So, but like I said, Ìjìnlẹ̀ will come and discuss whatever he thinks is necessary to tell you when he's doing his program. But we are grateful that he's back. But pé Koiki máa compromise lórí ìrìn àjò yẹn, ẹ forget it. Ìyá Fúnkẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló sọ pé mi confirm pé orúkọ gbogbo yín làwọn ti mú káàkiri. Wọ́n sọ pé mi continuously pé orúkọ gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe mídíà pátá, àwọn dẹ̀mí tó ń ṣòótọ́ àtẹ tó ń ṣòótọ́, just as so many people ẹ ti lọ check orúkọ wa kọ̀ọ̀kan, ẹ ti gbórúkọ yẹn lọ sí different places pé kó gbé yẹ̀ wò. Ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo wa, ẹ ti gbé káàkiri. Ìyẹn ló ṣe ń dùn gbogbo wọn pé tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo kì í sọ̀rọ̀, mo dákẹ́ torí pé ìdákẹ́ tèmi ó ní mẹ́sẹ̀gì nínú. Sọdọ̀la ó sì ń dún àwọn kan pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹ̀sùn tó fi kan bọ̀bọ́ yìí, pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tó fi kàn kò ní sọ̀rọ̀. Kódà àwọn kan sọ mọ́ program wọn pé tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ kò ní sọ̀rọ̀, gbogbo bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí kò ní sọ̀rọ̀, àwa jẹ́ ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ sáwa. Mo mọ̀ yín rí tẹ́lẹ̀ ni, mo mọ̀ anybody rí tẹ́lẹ̀ náà, so kí ló fẹ́ kàn mí pẹ́ẹ́rẹ́ èèyàn, mo mọ̀ gbogbo yín tẹ́lẹ̀. I don't know anybody. Èmi ṣe tèmi lọ kó kálukú máa ṣe tèmi, but for now I don't know what the situation with all our media. So for me, Yorùbá nation, a máa educate yín lọ, ó ní kan tèmi náà ṣe bí wọn náà ṣe ń wọ owó lèmi náà hustle for 24 years in tó mú ìyá tèmi kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ní 1991 ó wá hustle ní UK ní business woman tó wá hustle so tó bá wá rí mi lénìí tínú ń bí ẹ problem tèmi kọ́ nìyẹn lọ hold àwọn parents responsible tí wọ́n ní foresight pé Nàìjíríà fi bàjẹ́ so èmi kọ́ ló máa mú mọ́ igbá ìyà pé torí à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ó wá rí mi tí mo wà lórí play kí nìyẹn kàn mí pẹ̀lú tiẹ̀ ayé mi lèmi ṣe yẹn ìwọ náà wá tó bá yẹ pé àwọn parents tiẹ̀ ní làákàyè ni ó yẹ kó ti gbé ìwọ náà kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà so tí bá wà nínú aircraft tí mò ń ṣe fídíò tí mò ń káàkiri bí ṣe ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè hold mi fún yẹn. I have a life I was living before Yoruba nation. So don't think because I'm doing a Yoruba nation that my life will be restricted. Yes, it has been restricted to some extent. Mo dey manage it. But mo complain for anybody. Àbí mo wá complain fún yín pé Yoruba nation tí mo ń ṣe ó ní mi lára, kò ní mi lára. As long as tíyàwó mi, family mi, àwọn ọmọ mi tó bá ti ní kò ní àwọn lára, kí ló wá ní problem tẹ̀yìn? Èmi ṣe bí mi mo ń ṣe Yoruba nation. But màá make sure pé màá fẹ́ náà yín pa pẹ̀lú mídíà bí ṣe bá ń káàkiri bí ẹṣọ níwò límọ̀ yẹn ẹ mọ̀ kí máa ń travel gan ẹ rò pé torí bá ń ṣe Yorùbá nation máa wá restricted kí ni I move around gbàtọ́ báwọn mi bá fẹ́ travel máa travel Nàìjíríà nìkan ni mo ní wá because I don't have any business with that shitty country ìlú tó ní respect tó ní rule of law kí mo fẹ́ wá ṣe ní Nàìjíríà. I've been coming to Nigeria for 15 years. Mo dé Nigeria. So kí ló mo fẹ́ mú ní Nigeria? Kí ló ń dùn? Kí nìkan tó ń dùnyàn nínú tó fẹ́ mú nínú Nigeria? Ẹni tó wà Nigeria kan fẹ́ sá lọ. Every day, you know, Mr. Koiki ṣe mo fẹ́ ṣe máa I tell you, mo tún sọ live tó bá lọ́wọ́ gbà ò téèyàn kan gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ pé Koiki ṣe travelling. Mo ṣe travelling agent o. But tó bá wọ UK, mo lè guide ẹ lọ báyìí ṣe báyìí. Bọ́pọ̀ fẹ́ gba visa èmi ò ní kankan ṣe because ṣẹ́rí ọ̀rọ̀ visa gambling ni àwọn tó make decision visa yín àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tí àwa gan à lè rí wọn lóòótọ́ àwọn kan ní influence irú àwọn Davido ìgbà tí ó fẹ́ ṣe show ní O2 ó fún bọ̀bọ̀ tó ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ PRL irú òun máa kọ lẹ́tà ẹ̀wọ̀n pé big boy ní Davido kò gbọ́dọ̀ kọ lẹ́tà sí British High Commission kàkọ́mọ́ òun ẹ̀dí Davido ná tó bá wọ UK ni private jet ló ń gbé wá UK like olówó tí kò yé wọ nìyẹn but olówó làwa náà in our own extent but Nàìjíríà ni kò jẹ́ kí ó gbowó tayọ láṣẹ di olòṣì mo sọ fún ẹ pé kò ń ṣèpè ó lè ṣoríire ní Nàìjíríà for confam ló gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi má fi gbẹ́gbẹ́ confam ló gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ṣe election lọ every 4 years ẹ lè rí ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà because bó ṣe ń ríṣẹ́ Nàìjíríà á máa gbọ́wọ́ yẹn kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ ń tí ẹ lówó in the last 10 years nínú Nàìjíríà owó náà dà ilé tó kọ́ ti tà ilẹ̀ tó rà ó ti tà iṣẹ́ ó rí kó tí ń dolo ṣìbọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ 1991 ni mọ̀mísí tèmi ti rí bíṣọ̀ yẹn pé ìlú wèrè lélẹ́yìí ó sádànù ni ìwọ́n ṣe wá ń sọ wọ́n ń bínú Kóìkì pé èmi ṣayé tèmi lọ Yorùbá nation èmi ti dúró sínú ẹ̀ confam mo sọ fún ẹ pé mo ti serve British government for 24 years ni mo ti ń pay tax nílùú yìí mo dẹ̀ ní right sí benefit àwọn ọmọ mi ní right o má gbọ́ ẹ̀tẹ̀ wrong o ìbí báyìí ni mo bí wọn sí àwọn kan ní bring your children to Nigeria orí ọ̀pẹ kí láti wá ṣe kí èmi kan sá kúrò ní Nàìjíríà kí ni mo fẹ́ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ wá sínú Nàìjíríà fún but àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tó ń tí kọ́ because ẹ̀yin lè wálé a ti sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà ò lè work ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ẹ̀gbọ́ so kí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe sí yẹn so my job is to continue to educate you but èmi àwọn point pé bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe ń gbádùn tó fún mi ní freedom ní bíbá wọ́n lè fún ẹ̀yin ní the same freedom ní Nàìjíríà àṣírí ló gbọ́ yẹn. So and the only thing I can do is continue to educate you. So tí ọkọ bá wá ń bínú pé o kàn ń rí fídíò mi kan wá bí ó má lọ fún ẹ látàtàkọ èmi sì fẹ́ travel wàláì owó tó ì tí sí ni tí bá lówó gidi nísìnyí mo fẹ́ máa káàkiri kí n lọ káàkiri kí n lọ ó mọ̀ pé travelling is an exposure mọ̀ sí tèmi ti sọ ẹ́ fẹ́ mi tipẹ́tipẹ́ bó bá ṣe ń travel sí ló máa meet àwọn èèyàn ẹ jókòó sórí flight báyìí wọn náà where you from? I'm from Denmark. You are from Nigeria. Oh, I've heard about Nigeria. Boko Haram. òyìnbó tó ń wá sí Nàìjíríà ó wá take risk ni because nínú risk o lè ṣoríire o dẹ̀ lè Chinese ẹ lọ wo news 9 Chinese have been kidnapped terrorism ó ṣe fi padà again once again Ijile Marcus has been released and we are grateful to Eledumare and whenever he's ready he will come and speak to us and I'll be listening as well. Ìyẹn ọba relationship wa jẹ́ èmi àti ìyá yẹn láàjọ ní problem kankan tá fẹ́ máa deal pẹ̀lú so I don't want to promote her. I don't see any promotion in her. So platform tèmi lélẹ́yìí. They are not going to use my platform anymore for any nonsense. It's as simple as that. But relationship èmi àti Ìjìnlẹ̀ bó ṣe dúró lélẹ́yìí. So that's all I can say. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí wọlé ní gbogbo platforms wa. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò as usual and welcome to the live program. Ẹ wo topic tá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí díẹ̀. Now that election is done to fool them, wọ́n ti fool yín. So mò ń bẹ̀ ni o, ìwọ tó ń wò mí tó bá ń bínú sí mi. 1991 ni mo sì tèmi ti rí foresight ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ìyá tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe business to the tune of thousands of dollars.
Congratulations, Katrina. They help you.
Hey, shut up. Ìwọ kan gan. Máa ti sọ̀rọ̀. Máa sọ òyìnbó yàgbàjàgbà. Aisha Yusuf kí ní sòrò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà for now. Mo kí ẹ̀ tẹ́ wà lórí Mixella. Allow Baba and the rest of you. Yeah, Ijile has been released. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tèmi. Thank you so much, Eunice and the rest of you. Mo kàn gbọ́ fídíò kan, I don't want to go into too much details, you know. Màá pọ̀ máa rẹ́rìn ni. I'm a highly important person nínú movement yìí. Àwọn kan rò pé torí bàbá mi Ìgbòho náà, mo ti ń pariwo dáadáa kí tó pàdé Ìgbòho. Wàláì, mo ti ní máa jó Nigerian embassy kí tó rí mo pàdé chief. So meeting up chief is like another bonus for me. Ẹkùn lélẹ̀. Tó bá yẹ pé MC Olúọmọ náà wà lọ́dọ̀ mi náà nísìnyí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ but gbogbo analysis tí Ọmọlúkà ṣe níjẹta bọ́ ni ó ń wé MC Olúọmọ àti Ìgbòho together. I'm sure some of you listen to it. Ìkan ṣì fi pé well Tinubu ti ṣe mí lóore Jagaban economy máa dà bí Jagaban security máa dà ẹ máa níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Jagaban àwọn tó ti gba owó gidi wọ́n ti gbowó gidi ìwọ tó gbowó gidi wàhálà gún ẹ̀mí àfẹ́ ẹ̀bọ ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn tó bá jẹ́ influencer nìkan ló máa ń kówó fún ni ẹ bá wa lọ ṣe narrative Koiki tó ń bú wa yẹn máa kó ṣé ó rẹ̀ lè bá pé ẹ má lọ bá Koiki ó máa disgrace ẹ má lọ bá Koiki ó máa disgrace yín o ẹ jẹ́ mo yóò yàká tó kọjá bí tá à ń lọ wàláì. Ẹ jẹ́ mo yóò yà àwọn tó ń jealous mímọ̀ kan ń jealous ni standard gbogbo adé yàtọ̀ standard tó fi train mi ó yàtọ̀ òun mo lè fi boast anytime any day standard yẹn ó wà ń bẹ̀ pa èèyàn mélòó ló ṣiṣẹ́ ní House of Lords ibẹ̀ ni mọ̀mísí tèmi ti rí tó ó rìtáyà ni wọ́n rìtáyà mọ̀mísí mi ò medical ground pé ìwọ́n ti ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa nílùú yìí ó yá máa lọ ìtòṣe tó. And my mom has been in this country 1991 till today. That's about 30 years. Ẹ lè bá criminal record kankan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó mọ̀mọ́ sí mi within the community. O rò pé àwọn ìyá jágbajàgba ni ìyá tèmi tó bí mi ni. No, my mom is not a dirty woman, you know. So because àwọn ti ní exposure kan tó dé London. Nàìjíríà tí ó sórí Nàìjíríà ló affect mọ̀ sí tèmi tó fi dé UK. Sórí àwọn tó bá níbi ìbàdàn ṣe wọ́n gbà standard wo lẹ́yìn wà ìkẹ́ tí bá sọ fún ẹ pé inú pépà ni mo sì mi ti rí iṣẹ́ tó ṣe gbẹ̀yìn nílùú yìí ẹlòmíràn ka pépà nílùú yìí bó ṣe jẹ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà wọ́n ka pépà illiterate ló pọ̀ jù nínú wọn má bínú tó bá ti jí báyìí gbágá early morning gbágá late evening gbágá ìyàn lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú yẹn wàá máa progress díẹ̀díẹ̀ gbogbo bí tí mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ wọ́n mọ̀ pé èèyàn ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú wọn tó jẹ́jẹ́ iṣẹ́ ó lè bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ anyhow kí ni kọ́ mi as a manager gbogbo tí a lè ṣe Nàìjíríà àwa ṣe ní bíbá àwa wo Nàìjíríà ní sí kíní ní mo ṣiṣẹ́ kan ní sinimá kan ní Bayswater ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ń sọ around 1999 early morning náà ní bá débẹ̀ níjọ́ kan ní supervisor yẹn bá ní kí ló dé tí mo pẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹlòmíì bó bá ṣe débù yìí ó yà tó mátà mo ò dẹ̀dẹ̀ sáàárín àwọn criminal mo dé sọ́wọ́ ọmọ sí mi mo dé sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ 1991 ni mọ̀ sí mi ti dé èmi dé ní 1998 ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dẹ̀ ti wọlé before me àbúrò mi ti dé òun nìkan lọ bí tí mọ̀ sí tèmi bá mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà máa dàbí jágbajàgba ẹni wọ́n ní owó láti wá bí gbogbo wa sí bíbá yìí they thought Nigeria was going to be a great country so kí ló fẹ́ wá bí wa sí bíbá fún last born wa nìkan lọ bí sí bíbá ìyẹn lèmi ṣe jìyà à ń wàwé ó gbọ́ mi dáadáa ìwọ tó ń wò mí mọ̀ sí mi ní wọ́n ní capacity owó yẹn láti wá bí wa sí UK but Nigeria was still good for them as at that time. So táwọn tábàwá jọ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation èmi ò mọ bí tí background olúkálùkù ti wá mo sorry background tèmi lèmi sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ background tó dáa ni mo ti jáde ìyẹn lẹ́nu mi ṣe máa mú ṣámṣám láàrin gbogbo wa because mo jáde ní background ìdọ̀tí background tó dáa ni mo ti jáde mad people all over the place background gidi 30 years plus ẹ bèrè mọ sí mi nílùú yìí wọ́n lè sọ pé onídọ̀tí ni ó dẹ̀ ń bá wọn ṣe ó náwó àwọn kan ní pé eye tí wọ́n sì tèmi náà ti ná sínú movement òun ló lọ́dọ̀ nǹkan yẹn ó náwó tó ná risk rẹ̀ mo gbé mọ sí mi dìde pé kó lọ bá mi bá Ìgbòho nígbà tẹ́mi fẹ́ lọ mọ sí mi ní no àwọn ò fẹ́ kó lọ pé bọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé o fẹ́ rí ní message tó fẹ́ fún Ìgbòho màá bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sí Benin Republic and she travel down there. So èmi lè boast anytime because background ló matter. Ìdí tí background ẹlòmíì ò dẹ̀ ṣe dání pé because Nigeria catch up ní gbogbo yín lórí. Because ẹlòmíì ò tètè mọ̀ pé Nigeria máa wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. A lot of people àwọn tó dé ní 2000 àwọn kan sì fẹ́ relocate bí ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí kọ́lọ̀ fún yín ṣe. So it's all about the background matter. Metro newspaper Metro free paper tó ń pè ní UK quarterly ní quarter system ó wà fún gbogbo iṣẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ employ dúdú níbẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí mo sì mi bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ní House of Lords àìmọye àwọn tó mú wọ bẹ̀ pé ẹ̀yin náà wá ṣiṣẹ́ alájà bá rẹ̀ ṣe ríṣẹ́ ní bíbá ó wà nínú paper láti rí nínú Metro newspaper ọ̀rẹ́ lọ ṣẹ́rí tí mẹ́tẹ́ ń bá dìlò tẹ́bá mẹ́tẹ́ ń bá dìlì ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mo yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo every one of them kò ń ṣe gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ mo yàtọ̀ because background tèmi lèmi sọ̀rọ̀ mo mọ background anybody. Mọ̀mísí mi máa ń travel every weekend lọ sí Paris nígbà tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nígbà tó tẹ́ stage kan wọ́n pè níbi iṣẹ́ pé because ẹ mọ̀ fáwọn òyìnbó àwọn máa ń àṣẹrí reason tí èmi ṣe ń sọ pé there are some things tèmi máa ń wò ahead ìyẹn mo sọ pé a máa jà tẹ bá ní àníjà fine a máa ṣe báyìí bá ṣe ń ṣe ìjọba bá dẹ̀ ti rí ìgbà náà ni ẹ̀bẹ́ ìlẹ̀ náà fẹ́ jà ó ti tàn 1962 ni wọ́n lọ bọ́ǹbù Wales láti gbọ́nmi lọ́wọ́ wọn ní Liverpool wọ́n ṣe the same process nísìnyí but wọ́n ti constitutionalize ẹ̀ gbọ́n mi dáadáa 1962 ni wọ́n rán èèyàn méjì kó lọ bọ́ǹbù omi ní Wales nítorí wọ́n need omi yẹn a máa ní scarcity omi ní England wọ́n dẹ̀ máa tap omi láti Wales dẹ̀ ń sọ pé àwọn làwọn lómi kẹwàá imagine kí nìkan tí wọ́n ti ń tap lára Nàìjíríà láti 1960 títí di wákàtí òmùgọ̀. so ọmọ yàtọ̀ ẹni tẹ́ ń bá nájà yìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ó yàtọ̀ gidi tí bá wá tí mo pọ́nra wa lé pé fún wa lówó nǹkan kan àpọ́nlé ni ó mo kọ pé because normal thing ni media ẹ̀ fún wa lówó nǹkan àpọ́nlé ni ó background gidi gbogbo ẹni mo lè fi sọ ní UK yìí ẹni kan gbé jáde anywhere mo ti wà nílùú 24 years kan sọ síta pé bọ̀bọ̀ yìí o criminal ni o drug baron ni o kìnnì kan ni ẹni kan mú jáde wọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ because background ló matter because ọwọ́ mọ̀ sí mi ni mo dé sí ní 1998 tí bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ọmọ burúkú lè mí tó yẹ pé máa wòrán ó wà pé 1991 ni mo sì ní ti fi wá sílẹ̀ so tó bá jẹ́ pé èmi ti di àwọn bíi criminal thugs tó ń jí ballot box tó ń ṣe nǹkan kan tó bá jẹ́ pé mo ti ṣe àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn nígbà tí bá máa fi dé báyìí ojú mi á máa wọ bíà yes tẹ́ bá dáwó a lè lónú ẹ̀ but ìyẹn mi pa máa jàjẹ́ pa so yẹn ló ń dùn gbogbo wọn pé ọ̀pọ̀ yìí báwo ni báwo bí kò mo lè jókòó bí mo lè boast anytime ṣé èmi mo ní kẹ́ lọ ṣe election mo sọ fún yín torí pé bí ó ṣe jẹ́ ni tó bá fi dídà èmi nìkan wà àníṣe election yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó bá fi dídà tèmi nìkan àníṣe election yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ogun á dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ but a lè fi dídà tèmi mọ́ because a ti wà nínú movement mo ti wà pé okay àti gba apámú pé but tó bá fi dídà Koiki nìkan àníṣe election yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá Britain adé mọ̀pá serious as far as I'm concerned British mọ̀pá serious o gbogbo ìta ṣe ń ṣe ìbọn ìtì nípa serious ṣe rí pé Aisha Yusuf ń complain èèyàn ńlá Simon Ekpa bàbá àgbàlagbà I dey live how you dey my brother now Okay, all right. Whenever you're ready. All right. Okay. No. You whenever you're done, just let me know. Then I'll be on standby. Okay, that's fine. No problem. No problem. All right then. Okay, all right, but and that's already confirmed with the other ones as well. With him. Confirm with him because I'm live now. Confirm with him, then let me know. All right then. All right. Simon Ekpa don't put your. So, like I said, this election is saying, ojú gbogbo ti já báyìí. Ẹ wá fẹ́ máa wojú Ọlọ́run. I pity a lot of you. Nigeria is gone. Kò ṣe ní Nigeria ti bàjẹ́. Ṣé rí ìbàjẹ́ Nigeria ó kàn ṣe ń hàn síta ni. Ó ti bàjẹ́ tipẹ́. The good guy ló pè nìyẹn. That was Simon Ekpa. The good guy. Àwọn kan ní àfẹ́ bá Biafra ṣe kí ní kàn mí pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ bá máa bá bí. Mo ní mo fẹ́ gbọ́ gbogbo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ní kàn mí pẹ̀lú tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Èmi àti Simon Ekpa bá ṣe máa wà títí dì. Inú ò bá máa bí inú ò bá máa rún. That's your problem, not my problem. Ẹ̀yin náà gbé mídíà tí ń jáde kẹ́ máa fi pariwo pé ẹ fẹ́ àwọn Biafra kí mi máa pariwo fẹ́ Biafra. The good guy ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn Simon Ekpa. We'll be having a program together maybe today. I don't know. It's going to confirm. Background is very, very important. Every week, my mom was traveling to France while she was working. In the ticket, return, be 60 euro, lórí train. Tó bá máa díjọ́ Monday, tí mom sí mi bá present àwọn souvenir fáwọn àwọn tọ́jọ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́. Just this skepticism pé bí àpò ìkì í ṣe kinní kan kò ń ṣàwà nìkan máa ṣàlàyé fún yín. While my mom was working with the House of Lords, she traveled almost every week to Paris. Weekend, after work on Friday, boom, she's gone. You know, Edmonton Taja, they would go and buy something, you know, buying and this is what our mothers have done for decades, buying and selling. Buying and selling. Bọ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ kó tó bá ti wá tí mo sì bá ti wá dé tó bá wá present souvenir fáwọn àwọn ọ̀gá wọn níbi iṣẹ́. You been to Paris again? They now started thinking bí a mọ̀ sí mi bí a spy. Ẹ wo mentality bó òyìnbó ṣe ronú. Kí ló ń ṣe ní Paris every weekend? Dáàmì kí ó máa yẹ pé òun pa sí information between UK and Paris. nígbà tí mo sì ń ṣe ètò àgbà okay bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ronú lélẹ́ kò yá fún wọn ní souvenir mọ́ so kò ń ṣe àwa nìkan la máa ń ní this kí ló ń rùn níbẹ̀ yẹn ìgbẹ́ wo ló ń rùn níbẹ̀ ibo ni Koiki tọ̀ sí kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho it is everywhere. It is everywhere. So those of you that are disagreeing that we have relationship with Biafra, look, I don't care whatever happened in the past, pẹ̀lú Baba Awólọ́wọ̀ àti Zik àti Ojukwu, present now. But if Simon Ekpa go around and wants to come and take our land, I will fight him and we will fight to the last man standing. But for now, we are fighting a common enemy, which you people cannot even fight alone. I need brain, I need ọpọlọ, gbogbo yẹn story for the God. The British do not look. The British are more worried and scared of the Biafra than the Yorubas. Àṣírí lẹgbọn yẹn. Do you know that Katrina Lang blocked Simon Ekpa on her Twitter page? Katrina Lang, that woman, I have a picture here. That this woman. That shows that they know who Simon Ekpa is. This woman, not the American, this one. Yeah, this one here, yeah. This one here. This one here, yeah. She blocked Simon Ekpa on Twitter. They have not seen the Yorubas that we are seeing. Not because we have not make effort or headways. Not that the British does not know who we are, but they don't see us as a serious people that wants to take this nation. They don't see us. They know that we want a country. They know that we are agitating, but they still don't see us serious until they will see certain things and like, I'm really not ready. But they know that the Biafra are ready and they will activate anytime, any day. They know that. And now Yoruba, we are intelligent. I don't disagree with that. We are intelligent, but I hope we use our intelligence very well. Yoruba nation is the only way. Nothing more than that. If you say no, it's okay. Your governors will control you, and then after their 4 years, they will run to the Senate and sit down there until they get tired or they get kicked out. I'm sure they'll be there, obedient. I told you, say I go tell. I don't tell una say stop wasting your time. And the obedient, for those that don't understand, they are not just Igbo, they are every Nigerians. So stop pushing the narrative that obedience movement is of Igbo people. No. The Yoruba supported it, the Hausa supported it, the Kanuri supported it, the 370 ethnic groups in Nigeria supported the Labour Party. But now that everything is gone now, they can allow the Twitter space to continue to allow those of us that have told you that Nigeria is not a country. Because we have told you that Nigeria is not what you think. There was a guy, let me bring his details up. He was laughing at the good guy, Simon Ekpa, that just called us not too long ago. Well, not called us, but called me anyway. I wanted to sleep, but I said, no, make I just come and do this, you know. I will film, my dark film, and listen. Maybe some of you have watched it. You know, I watch a lot of movies. So let's go to the back end. Like I always say, I'm using my OBS. It's a software that allows and enables you to broadcast to the social media, which is the only powerful media that we have at the moment. We've listened to Aisha, Labour Party. You don't say Agberu na bastard. All these MC Oluomo boys, they be bastard. There's a guy called Chude. Let's go and look for his page. Chude, as is known on social media, this guy is a full obedience. But as we speak to you right now, nobody knows his location. His name is Chude. But do you know that this same guy, Tenwoy, this same idiot, because when they have like 171,000 followers, they think that they can use that to kill Nigeria like that. In terms of, not kill Nigeria, because it's the other want to kill Nigeria. These ones wants to change the narrative. They want to bring Peter Obi to power. He's very popular. He has a lot of followers, as you can see. But do you all know that this same guy, I'm going to now give you something around him. You see, tó bá jẹ́ pé Simon Ekpa ló ń ṣe program, trust me, the Biafra will have a tweet, even if they're going to watch it on the YouTube or Facebook. But we, that's why we are not trending. Cherenisi, one free Chude. This is a guy that asks, you can see David doing, that one you think he can change the narrative from UK here. He's in UK. I don't know whether he has left, but I know he's in UK. David Odoyin, very, very intelligent guy. Hey, free Chude, enough is enough. I want you to hold on to that image in your eyes, okay? Let me bring another image up quickly. Sure. These are the Hausa people. The Hausa people, they don't care. It's only Yoruba people that are, lazy. You see? This is Hausa, Nasarawa. Fight is already going on. You see that? These are animals. They are animals, but we are not animals. And the message here is video of violence. Do you hear what I said? There's nothing called peaceful protest. Violence. Benny, Teresa, I can see everybody, even if I've not mentioned everybody's name. I can see you and I'll be mentioning the name as we go into the program. There's nothing like peaceful protest. Violent protests in Nasarawa State, which was earlier reported. Violent. But the Yoruba people say, Koiki, no, we don't want it violent, we just want it. River police probes of APC campaign DG vow to arrest killer for where till thy kingdom come. I can show you the images. They say they've already killed this guy. I don't know. He's one of the terrorist notorious leader, Umaru Nagoma. But that's not where we're going. I want to go back to my Twitter handle. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the live transmission. There's a guy called Chude. Hey, Funke Akindele, hey, our sister. Wanted to delete Google Twitter, everything on Instagram that's got to do with politics. Well, she tried. But Lagosians say they don't want PDP, they want APC, and they've got APC. Yeah, definitely not all the Yoruba youth are lazy. Definitely. But majority of them are lazy because they follow the politician. Especially I don't tell the politician. Hey, Funke Akindele. Hey, Pele. You try, don't worry, you try. Next time, campaign for Yoruba Nation, okay? We love you, my sister. Look at this guy. Came out quickly. This same guy, Leleyo, now they are doing Twitter, they are doing Twitter fight for him. Hey, release Chude. Hey, free Chude. And you see people retweet. Hey, retweet, 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 retweet. Because Chude is living in a zoo country compared to Simon Ekpa. That day that this video popped up, this stupid guy came out and said, breaking news, Simon Ekpa, look at the way he put it, the terrorist has been arrested by Finland. He has now also been arrested by the zoo country. Mokembe Omeyo Baone Kushe Takuntakun Olabandro tie. Ẹ má give up. Ìtọ́fẹ́ ni pé ká give up. Torí pé Tinubu ti wọlé, Sanwó-Olú ti wọlé, Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ti wọlé, Ṣèyí Mákindé ti wọlé, Abdul Fatai, ta ló ti wọlé ní àwọn state tó kù. No, Yoruba Moki Prince ní ẹ̀ka àbọ̀dádì wa. Mo kí gbogbo ìyá mi. Kingsley, you dey laugh, you no good boy, you not a good boy, man. Mo kí ìyá wa Lé Àjàyí, mo kí gbogbo grandma. ẹ wo bọ̀bọ́ ìṣe ẹ wojú ẹ̀ dáadáa ẹ wo bó ṣe ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ Simon Ekpa because ó ní 177,000 followers. He came up that day and said, breaking news, Simon Ekpa, the terrorist, has been arrested by Finland authority. So who is the terrorist that have arrested this idiot guy now? Mukiyawa Abike Momsi Ashabi, Yami Fatima, Mukiwe Ololufe koikimedia. Maize Gold, yes, we can never give up. Idris, yeah, Kama. Idris. He has been picked up in Anambra State. And as we speak right now, nobody knows. There's just speculation according to David Odoye. You know that one keep writing. Hey, free. Since Saturday till now, more than 72 hours. And I'm sure, let me tell you, no be say I pray they find him, but trust me, Daddy Yati. Who know this guy? Daddy Yati. Láti 2019, El Rufai has killed this guy. No, where is he? Daddy Yati. Ṣé Daddy Yati nìyẹn jẹ́? What's that guy name? Enumerate it quickly. The one that I normally say that is the kidnap. What's his name? Ṣé Daddy Yati náà ló ń jẹ́ now? Daddy Yata. Yata 2019. Orúkọ ẹni we try láti get that. This man, right, is a blogger. He has disappeared láti 2019. Ó kú ni, ó yè ni, àmọ́bi tó wà ni. Nobody knows what has happened to this our brother because it does not matter whether he's a Hausa man, it doesn't matter, he's a human being. He was fighting for freedom. Olomo 2 years old. Let me say this. Emma Buna, I was reading a comment and I wanted to be sure, what the person was putting out there. So this man, Daddy Yata, Nigerians, I pity you. Daddy Yata, nearly a year, it's more than a year now. This was 2019 when he first started, they were looking for him. Unaware of adopted critics' whereabouts since 2019. It was supposed to be a 7th wedding anniversary of June 29 for Khadija Ahmed and Abubakar Idris. The conjugal union had produced 2 daughters before the tragedy struck. On August 2019, Mr. Idris, known as Daddy Yata, who is better known as Daddy Yata, was adopted by these are not the IPOP people, these are not the ESNO. He was adopted by unidentified alien, like alien that is coming from the I've been watching all these documentary lately. I'm sure this one, like people are saying now, is already inside DSS dungeon. That is the Nigeria that everybody wants us to continue with, where there's no freedom. And look at what UN is saying there. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Daddy Yata, we don't know where he is as I speak to you right now. Ben Yawa, because they believe in election now. Some of them are now believe there is no hope in Nigeria again. They are mad. Don't listen to them, mommy. They don't know. Look at him now. But just some few weeks ago, when the news was circulating on social media, he came out and said, breaking news, Simon Ekpa, the terrorist, has been arrested by Finland government. But today, the same guy himself has been arrested by another terrorist country called Nigeria, even though we know that Simon Ekpa lives in... Let's go and look at Finland. Just another background of Finland. what is Finland? You know, we don't know what. Let's go and look at Finland. Finland, ẹ jẹ́ fún mi lórúkọ film tá à ń wò yẹn lọ, ẹ wá bá ń bọ́ síta, mo fẹ́ mu jáde. Finland is a northern European nation bordering Sweden and Norway. Finland is a northern European nation bordering Sweden, Norway, and Russia. Mo kí yàwá Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́, mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ mo fi kí mà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa. Yes, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Simon Adébísí, mo kí ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ tẹ́ wà nílé. Don't let any. I understand. Ẹ lè máa sọ pé Koiki kò tí ì ṣe option, you know, it's difficult. Okay, I understand. Okay, no problem. But that has not stopped Yoruba Nation, okay? Yoruba Nation is still ongoing. And please don't come to this platform and tell us that a country has been gotten. You know, it gets me angry. Okay? Thank you. So, Finland, 5.5 million, was able to release Simon Ekpa after questioning, after interrogation, for whatever reason that we know that the federal government of Nigeria was making a push that they should arrest and take Simon Ekpa, if possible, even bring him to Nigeria, as if Finland is like a crazy country like Nigeria. The whole population of Finland is 5 million. But today, this Chude, everybody is now saying, free Chude, free Chude, free on social media. Yes, Mr. Peter, Yoruba Nation is unstoppable. Mokin Baba Emmanuel Oyewole. Once again, now that election is done to fool them, we can focus that the country must be divided moving forward. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi alálùbáríkà, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin listeners wa bí ṣe máa ń sọ Ọlọ́run ọba Elédùmarè kò ní jẹ́ kí èmi jọra mi lójú bọ́ pé ẹnu mi yìí kò mú irọ́ lẹ́pa because background tó dání mo ti jáde and I know that my star is doing exactly what it's meant to do at this particular time in the history of mankind. I might not be perfect, I might say things that you might not like. My utterances might not be the kind of utterances you want to hear from somebody that lives in UK, but when you are fighting this kind of fight, don't expect good utterances, don't expect everything. Expect every package in this platform. Timba Kibubono, Uboro Kia to be Milomo. Anytime I sight her coming into the program, I must stop the program and welcome her officially into the broadcast. Mukin Yakabo. Àtìyámigbémilékè Mutiriyamiyoge ìwà pẹ̀lú ẹwà, those other three people are not their names. May Nigeria not happen to you. Mo kí bàbá wa Dada Alaba. Mo wá kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá wa tí fúdì kan àbí dìkejì inú kékèké tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní lọ́wọ́ ẹ máa ń ra data mo sì ní kí n máa kí dáadáa pé kò easy. Èmi ò mọ reason tó ṣe máa ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bí àwọn làwọn tó máa ń fún lówó Nàìjíríà tó máa fi ń ra data kò gbọ́ pé you know all these our parents sometimes they just they don't tell you. They don't just send money. Just bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe máa ń send owó sí mi náà. Wọ́n sì tèmi náà máa ń send síta àwọn ẹlòmíì náà wọ́n ní sọ fún mi. She buy super chat. Àwọn tó bá bí pé ẹ̀yàn onílàkàyè tó ń follow ní o. Àwọn tó lè fún ní kankan attention. It's just like everybody's doing right now. But look at this guy. Look at him. I mean, I pity him. Maybe he did not know that Simon Ekpa was trying to fight the terrorist country, but he was actually saying that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Can you imagine? How can this intelligent guy, because his views is different from Simon Ekpa, because he wanted Peter Obi that has now lule. Tinubu has lule Peter Obi. Sorry, obedient. I told you in one of my videos, that video pulled about close to 200,000 views. I read some of your comments. You abuse me, you abuse and abuse me, and yet I am here standing and laughing at you. And don't come up with all this prophecy that Tinubu, a court will... Look, the day that court will make Tinubu not to become the president, Tinubu will destroy Nigeria. Àṣírí ẹgbẹ́ lẹ́nu mi. Ìjọ tí court bá lọ overturn ni result tí Tinubu ti fi gbogbo ayé ẹ̀ tó ti ṣe gbogbo oògùn, wọ́n ti ṣe gbogbo àdúrà, gbogbo oríṣiríṣi, wọ́n ti rè èèyàn mọ́lẹ̀, wọ́n ti rè ẹranko mọ́lẹ̀. Forget it, Tinubu has spent so much money to get to where he is. So if a court in Nigeria try to upturn what Tinubu has fight all his life for by saying Emilokan, he will destroy Nigeria. I can assure you that. I will be here and I'll remind you the court today's date. So all this obedient thinking that, because I hear some pastor, there's a pastor on social media, on YouTube, hey, there will be a new Nigeria. There will be a new Nigeria. Instead of them to be saying that there's a war, there's a problem coming up, they say there's a new Nigeria. Moki Yawa Mohammed going out. I greet everybody if you're watching me from the north. Look, I don't hate you. I will never hate human being because I have lived in a society where I live with different people around the world. Look, I live with people that are gay. I don't have to be gay. I go to their protests. I'm sure some of you have seen me there. I go to all these protests of lesbian. I don't have to agree with their views, but this is the society I say I want to live for now. Okay? I go to people that disagree with the government here. I go with the, even here, I've done, not campaign, but I was called when APC, they were doing their, went from, they came with change and then they went to next level. They called me, they said, Koiki, do you have time? Come and coverage us. I said, okay. As a journalist, I went there. Just like when people are saying, my brother, my uncle Heritage went to, that interview to àwọn tó support Tinubu ní London. Ẹ wá accuse pé ó ti di APC. Ọlọ́run yọ yín pé mi ò tètè gbọ́. I would have gone there, kẹ́ wá sọ pé mi náà ti di member APC. Ìpè ní máa ṣẹ́ fún gbogbo yín. Because some of you, we don't even know your real faces. Because some of you are hiding under, a different, camouflage. We don't know your faces. My face is out there, so you think that I'm like my friend there. I don't know whether he got paid for it, but Oshodi, okay. You call him Balo. I call him Oshodi. I've known him long time, but I don't want to go into all the details. But at least it's happy now that Tinubu is the president and so who is the governor. And I'm sure he can travel back to Lagos without MC Oluomo and Pole and all those criminal thugs will touch him. They'll probably give him some security as well. I'm not for work on. I report to support one. But today, I can do a whole program without moving from here and even open my. Say, boy, say, only Simon Ekpa and Japu, so wrong me. Just as some of you are also pointing fingers at me. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó arrest Koiki ní London o, ẹ̀ ń tanra yín. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó mú Koiki o. You are wasting your time because I am fighting for the right cause. Sori gbogbo tí UN kọ sókè yìí, ẹnu lásán ni, it's very easy. But in reality, the United Nations knows, look, okay, what is Amnesty International could not do anything for this young man. He's not a young man, but, láti 2019, he's alive, he's dead. Ẹni tó tẹ̀ tó lára tẹ́lẹ̀, can you imagine if he's alive and he's not being felt very well? Machine, Nigeria. A country of 5 million called Simon Ekpa. Hey, Simon, come here. What is going on? Your name is all over the place. Are you a criminal? Simon Ekpa said, don't mind them. I am just the good guy. And when there's a good guy, there's always bad guy. Bad guy. Look, I'm watching this movie. My wife just gave me the details now. It says, my wife actually not forced me, but she actually took me because season 2, she now said to Anonymous, mo ti parí season 1. Wallahi, and with season 2, lọ́wọ́ ni mo ní, well, let me come and do my own program and speak to my people because when I'm not out, you need the tonic. So my own program is the tonic. Because at the end of the day, you have listened to so many things over the weekend, and you come this side, when you come to this platform, trust me, this is the platform that says we are going to fight. Benny, everybody will eat breakfast. And look, I lost a family on the 2nd of January. Even they stole his mobile phone, they stole something in his wallet before they go to the hospital. Nigeria is a crazy country. Forget it. I've been watching this movie. Tẹ́ bá rí ètùtù tó ń ṣe nínú ẹ̀, kábíyèsí Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run Ọba. Cherry immigration, mo rí nínú fíìmù yìí. Culture, mo rí níbẹ̀. Language. How many people have watched this movie? I don't want to play the trailer because wàhálà Facebook there, YouTube ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹ̀rọ àpá wọ́n ti yọ monetization wàhálà Yoruba. A kò broke rẹpẹtẹ báyìí. Irú burúkú làwọn YouTube yìí lọ́sẹ̀. Owó kéékèèké ta tún manage àwọn teams wa. Tèmi náà ra fi manage ara mi. Shadow and Bone. How many people have watched it? The season 2 just came out. I am currently on the first edition, the first episode of season 2. The whole day yesterday, I sat down and I watched from the beginning to this without standing up, and I watched the season 1. Ìyẹn ni mo ṣe wá ṣe program lánàá, ẹ má bínú. Because I want to tell you, if my jáde, mo fẹ́ máa fún yín ní punchline àwọn nǹkan kan débi pé ọmọ tí bọ̀bọ̀ ìsọ it go make sense. No, ntí kò ìkí sọ make sense. Yeah, toggery everywhere in Nigeria. Oh, somebody say I will watch it tonight. Okay, I started with season 1 yesterday. Tẹ́ bá wo movie yìí, ẹ mọ̀ pé mo sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà wà nínú darkness. Bọ̀bọ̀ tí ó jẹ́ eléyìí, bọ̀bọ̀ yìí, this guy, eléyìí ni good girl, okay? Ṣẹlẹ́lẹ̀ tó dúró yìí is a bad guy, okay? Just as in life we will have good and bad, and we will have ugly. But this one, because he was upset or whatever, he had a supernatural power. Book official life I don't know whether we can play the trailer. Even if they take it out, it does not matter, because there might be a trailer, and I know they will remove it anyway. They will always do. So kí ni mo fẹ́ fàyọ̀ mẹ́ni pé ó blọ́ọ̀kì ìlú ṣé ìlú méjì ní àbí ìlú kan náà ó wá blọ́ọ̀kì wọn. He actually uses power to block a country with how do I want to explain it? Ó block ìlú ẹ mọ̀ pé okay, let me say Benin Republic and Nigeria, ká wá fi òkùnkùn ká fi dé gbogbo pé ẹni tó bá wá fẹ́ gba inú Nàìjíríà lọ sí ẹ mọ̀ pé just the same act ṣẹ́rí fíìmù yìí ó relate mọ́rọ̀ Nàìjíríà lóòótọ́ ṣé mọ̀ pé tẹ bá fẹ́ lọ láti Nàìjíríà lọ sí Benin Republic, do you know how difficult it is because of all this crazy Fulani àwọn kọlàkọlà tó ti gbé síbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé irun lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ́ra ní Èkó Òdòmọ́tà ó wá ń gbé wọ Benin Republic ọmọ máa bí ẹ òun gbé Turkey bọ̀ àbí kankan láti Benin vice versa. Do you know the way the border is? This is exactly what this film is look like. It speaks exactly the damage, the problem that we are facing in what is known in Nigeria today. Let's watch the trailer. That's fine. I do not own the copyright anyway. I'm calling the advert. Record advert here, Lopo. I'll share this audio. Mokiba Waganolo Yede. Ṣẹ́rí kìíní dúdú tó ń bọ̀ yẹn wọ́n ti fi blọ́ọ̀kì Nàìjíríà ìyẹn lè ṣe lè rí kankan. Àwa tá a wá fẹ́ mú láìtì wọnú bẹ̀ àwa lè fún ní problem. Wọ́n ti blọ́ọ̀kì ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà kò ń ṣe lénìí kò ń ṣe lánàá kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ 200 years ago. Wọ́n ti blọ́ọ̀kì Nàìjíríà látijọ́ tí Britain ti rí Nàìjíríà tó ti rí kingdom yẹn ni wọ́n ti rí pé ta ló mọ̀ pé meteorite ó jábọ́ sí Nàìjíríà rí? How many people knows that? Ẹ má bínú, God, there's just a lot in my head today. Ẹ jẹ́ fi lè sílẹ̀ because èmi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yìí ẹ̀ tó bá fẹ́ wẹ̀ lọ sórí YouTube. Ta ló mọ̀ tó ń pè ní meteorite? Ìyẹn wà important. Ta ló ti gbọ́ meteorite? Meteorite can you spell it again now? Meto òyìnbó yìí lágbá anyway Google ma help me ìfani yẹn. Ta ló mọ̀ pa kìíní? Ta ló ti gbọ́ meteorite? I've been watching something lately as something popped up. Ta ló mọ̀ pé meteorite jábọ́ sí Nàìjíríà rí? I want to know whether a lot of people knows a bit. Sherry, there's a lot happening. Ó wà l'Ondo State. Ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ máa ṣe lílẹ̀ yìí wà Mr. Yọ̀rẹ́. Ẹ ṣe gan ni ìyá alálùbáríkà ìyá kí fi sóyè Yétúndé tọwọ́tọwọ́ mo fi dárúkọ ẹ mọ́ mi. What are you talking about, Ayọ̀rẹ́? Is it the meteorite? Because I'm lost with your comment now. Can you rephrase back? Okay, Jimmy. Ta ló ti gbọ́ pé meteorite jábọ́ sí Nàìjíríà rí? State wo dẹ̀ ló jábọ́ sí mo fi mọ̀ tó bá yẹ pé ti gbọ́dọ̀ tọ́ ẹ má lọ Google ẹ o. You learn a lot from this platform. This is a platform that ignites something in your spirit. Èmi máa gbé away from religion nìkan, máa gbé lọ sí culture, máa gbé lọ sí káàkiri. Because sometimes ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ṣe program kan ní Saturday, ẹ rí pé spirit mo fi ṣe program yẹn ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. Okay, èèyàn kan ló jábọ́ ní Platonic Jaws 1983 àyẹn tó recent nìyẹn èmi ò tẹ̀tú gbọ́ yẹn wow Mr. Junior tó current jù mí lọ nìyẹn. Okay, somebody is confirming that meteorite was found, was found, okay, meteorite dropped in Ondo State. Mr. Ayore, somebody is also confirming that, drop in Ondo State. But it goes all over the place. Truth and question, thank you so much. So, okay, let's go into it a little bit. While I was watching, I've been watching a lot of things, pyramid, you know me, I love to go around. I've been watching how many travel space lọ sí Mars nǹkan bẹ láyé sórí ibi tó bá mọ̀ dé ni o, but they took it during the pandemic. Okay, that's what you were ṣẹ́nu museum náà ti jí ni. Okay, that now I understand what you say. So it's actually those days, but they took it during the pandemic. Wow. Okay, the one I found was in 1962 in Kaduna. Benny. There was a meteorite that dropped in Kaduna in 1962. Meteorite, Kaduna. Let's go and look at it. And let me go to all. Let's go. The Magami meteorite is called. Mr. Jimmy is already confirming as well. Ìgbà tí mo gbọ́ nínú fídíò kan máa play fídíò yẹn fún inú so Sherry, there is a lot in this world, but one thing mo fẹ́ ká jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ máa gbọ́ ni pé the reason why we are finding it difficult to convince the Yoruba people is because they are in darkness, like this movie. Now we come back to this movie. So movie tí mo fẹ́ fi wọ̀n wáyé a máa padà sọ̀rọ̀ meteorite. I hope you can see the screen. Ẹ mọ̀ pé kíní kan wà bí cloud. So ká wá fi ṣe àpèjúwe ni pé I'm now talking about the shadow and bone. About to watch that after shadow and bone. Okay, so you're watching that as well. Okay, I just started yesterday. I'm going to continue today. I've completely sat down. I don't know how many hours I sat down yet. Kódà mo tún fẹ́ lọ sùn. Ohun yẹn kàn mí mo ní mo lọ sùn. Ìyàwó mi ní ṣe ká máa mo ní ìgbà tó yá mo ní mo sùn. Mo fi àpè out there wo délẹ̀ pam. I am now asking the question is, ṣé wo ẹmọ bí Benin Republic àti Nigeria ṣe rí? Do you know that it's so difficult to travel between Nigeria and Benin Republic? How many people agree with me? The year 2020, the year of return of the gods. Wow. Mr. Ayo, another level, to are you? A lot of people let me understand it. It's not about Jesus, it's not about Muhammad, it's about certain things is about to happen in the real sense, and we're gonna see it. There are certain things that is going to erupt. Ìgbà tó fẹ́ erupt ní mọ̀mọ́. But Nigeria ní pín yẹn rọ́lẹ̀ pa, ó máa pín. We'll come back to the meteorite later. So imagine how many people agrees with me that traveling from Nigeria to Benin Republic is very, very difficult. How many people agrees with me? Tí Ọlọ́run ní Paul. Thank you so much. How many people agree? Ìyàn kan náà confirm pé ó jábọ́ ní 2020. Mr. Bolaji sọ pé March 2020 the meteorite fall in Akure. Ẹ wá rí tẹ́ bá pẹ́ bá rí mú ni. Ó máa owó burúkú mà làwọn òyìnbó yẹn máa ra. Òyìnbó kan ló wá ra ti Nàìjíríà ní 1962. But 1996 ni water máa gbé débẹ̀. Àwọn yẹn wọ́n ti ní owó burúkú lọ́wọ́. A lot of people buy it. So ẹni tó bá ibi tó ti jábọ́ yẹn bí àwọn kéékèèké kan sì lè wà níbẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ lọ máa fi ó dà pé kí ló máa fi ń wò ẹ máa fi magnet ẹ máa àwọn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan la jọ ń gbéṣẹ́ ibi tí wọ́n mọ̀dé ló mọ̀dé mo kí bàbá Adéọ̀ṣun láti ìlú náà ìfẹ̀dárúkọ state yẹn. So how difficult, okay, people agree pé very kí ló dé tó ṣe difficult pé àwa tá wà ní Southwest a fẹ́ lọ sí Benin Republic. Why should it be difficult? Kí ni reason that should make it difficult? They've made it difficult. Okay, Ayore is going further, says one of the gods return in Chief Igboho. You can either take it or leave it. Wow, I believe it. But some people will not believe it. Wọ́n ní Igboho, wọ́n ní orúkọ metal detector. Triple ADL, thank you. Mo láwọn tó yẹ pé ọ̀mọ̀wé dáadáa. Ẹ̀rọ kí mi sọ pé magnet, òun ti sọ pé metal detector. So when you have a metal detector, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lóńdó state, ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ máa káàkiri ilé tẹ̀tẹ̀ níṣẹ́. It's a lot of money o. They are buying it. Màá sọ fún yín, màá show video yẹn wọ̀nyí, ó kù díẹ̀. You are watching a live transmission. Where are we today? The headline I'm talking today is Clement. Thank you so much, and I love you so much for your, you couldn't give me super chat, then you started sending it through PayPal. I love you so much. Now that election is done to the fools, to the fools, and you're dead. I'm talking to Nigerians that are now crying out and say, hey, this election was rigged. So you don't know that they're going to rig this election before. So let's watch this, trailer. But till Netflix battle is not a problem. So in case they bought David by, there bari video ye, YouTube to you because about the same message in my phone call your money. So, but the movie that show me, I want to destroy Nigeria is the same way this girl is trying to destroy these. I want to show the image. Okay, I can find the image of shadow and bone. So there's a good guy, there's a bad guy, and there's a good woman as well. So these two are two different people. Just like IGBOHO is a good man. But a lot of Yoruba people are not seeing him as that. They're seeing him as that. I'm not going to call him all those nonsense names that they're calling our own Oloye. Let me change his background and bring Oloye's face to my background while I'm talking. But how many people really understand the Yoruba and what I saw it? I wish that one really Bolori radio. No need. Ìdòwú Michael mo kí ẹ ojoojúmọ́ ní comment Ìdòwú Michael lórí Facebook. Only God knows how much these people spend, especially if they were in Nigeria. Go and sit down. Now just if they run your mouth like that, you sabi, at least I'm running my mouth like that. Ìyá máa jẹ ṣége sí lára yẹn lọ gbẹ dànù. Ìgboro tí ń gbọ́ mi orí Koiki Odùduwà. Mo ń bọ̀ wá dé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ o, mo ń bọ̀ ṣáà dúró síbẹ̀. Only I'm running my mouth like that. At least I am giving people the information that your father and your mother láti jọ tọ́kì bí bàbá àti ìyá ẹ̀ tí wọ́n sọ fún ẹ rí. Gbogbo tèmi sọ ní bí bàbá ẹ̀ àti bàbá ẹ̀ àti ìyá ẹ̀ wọ́n sọ fún ẹ rí ọmọ àlè olórí burúkú. These are the Fulanis with us that we are going to deal with. Mo fi sọ̀rọ̀ mí ni bọ̀mọ̀ ní sọ ẹ̀ ní bíbá. Ẹ bá má deep remove ẹ̀ fún mi mo fẹ́ block ẹ̀ ni. Remove is not the issue. I hope you block it. Olùlòṣè lórí burúkú ẹ fi wọn lẹ fún mi mo máa gbọ́ follow wọn comment wọn ọmọ àlè Ọlọ́run yọ ẹ tí mo tètè rí tó padà wá ta ló ń sọ pé kò sí sound. It could be from your own end. There's a sound in the broadcast. Check your own side. Ó ní mi run the mouth to me. We can't hear you too. Well, my mic is very good. It could be from your end. Refresh. So what am I trying to say? Àwọn olùlòṣì àwọn ọmọ ọ̀ràn kírun. So ṣẹ́rí this movie tí mo ṣe túwò ó tún fún mi ní ọ̀nà dá ṣẹ́rí ayé tá à ń gbé yìí in reality Nigeria inú darkness ló wà lóòótọ́ kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè sọ fún mi pé Nigeria ò sí inú darkness, pure darkness ní Nigeria wà. But problem tá à ní ni pé bá ṣe ń try tá à ń gbìyànjú láti fẹ́ yọ kúrò nínú darkness yẹn à ń rí àwọn kan náà tó ń back ẹ̀, and the more people back this kind of nonsense òrèlè nísìnyẹn mo ti lọ wo picture ẹ̀ no kìnìún kan lò ṣì àwọn máa lè mo ti rí dáadáa nísìnyí mo ti dé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ má wọlé àti gbà kúrò lórí system wọn. Nigeria is in real trouble. Àní kò ń ṣépè sẹ kò ní pé mo ń ṣépè for anybody. Kò lè dá fún Nàìjíríà láyé ni mo sọ kò lè dá fún Nàìjíríà fún nǹkan tí mo tún wò lánàá yìí tí mo sì ń wò títí dé ní tó ń pè ní shadow and bone ẹni tó bá ní Netflix ẹ lọ wò kò lè dá fún Nàìjíríà láyé. Àwọn olóṣèlú òde ní jẹ́ kó dá fún Nàìjíríà nítorí pé àwọn ni wọ́n ń gba ẹ̀jẹ̀ yín. Àwọn politicians ní òyìnbó ń lò nísìn láti fi deceive wa. Go and vote. Ṣé bóun ni Aisha Yusuf ṣe ń bínú ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ti ṣe program lé lórí ẹ rántí pé mo sọ I have to close down because mo fẹ́ kí browser kó lọ close gbogbo tí mo ń ṣe. Let me close Finland down. Ẹ rántí pé I told you where is Aisha Yusuf one? Let me close this one. Let's go back to Aisha Yusuf. Aisha Yusuf. You know I told you during the Star Radio that the Katrina Lang was saying fascinating. I don't know what is fascinating about the election, But that was what she said. But Aisha Yusuf, that has about 1.8 million followers, think that she can change the narrative in Nigeria, but she's joking. Danko of Labour Party in Plateau State wishing celeb of PDP a successful 4 years ahead. Okay, freedom is never voluntarily given by oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressor. Nigeria is in real darkness. Victor Labamboni, not only darkness but under curse. Then no darkness, curse as well. So that is why when you look at these movies, it is just exactly what Nigeria is facing right now. And as this young girl is trying to bring the light into the country that she's fighting for in this movie, this bad one is trying to hold it back. So let's go and listen slightly again to Aisha Yusuf based on what the British High Commissioner said. Let's listen to her one more time.
Yes, indeed, they heard you. You came out to tell us that the 2023 election, you found it fascinating. You found it fascinating that people were killed. You found it fascinating that people were injured, people were harmed. You find it fascinating that results were being changed. You find it fascinating that violence was brought into the election.
I thank God that we are not the one that brought the violence. So it has now been clear by Aisha, because she has told her 1.8 million followers that it is not Biafra that brought the violence. It is not the Yoruba people. It is not IGBOHO. It is not Simon Ekpa. It is actually the same people that the British is supporting that brought violence into the election. Truth and question, thank you so much. Dizzy 123. Yes, our children is here in Scotland. Those are the ones backing the pure evil. So as me, the good guy, is trying to remove this, violence that, APC is going to do on our people, PDP, NNPP, and the Yoruba politician, the Igbo politician, the Fulani politician, the Hausa politician. Aisha Yusuf is the one telling them to continue and Nigeria will be great. Waris Jinodu, thank you so much. Okoya Afolayan. I think Labour Party supporters have seen everything now when they are telling them, they say they want one Nigeria. Muki Egbomi Ayodele Afolabi, and welcome to those of you on the Instagram. Hey, 4725 Henry, you don't see the navy blue shirt. Muki Enta Alori Mixela. Mo gbàgbé yín láyé, mo mọ̀ pé wà níbẹ̀. Even tẹ́ bá jẹ́ your Comrade Plan B, welcome to the program. And you also went ahead and say, people still love the oppressors, but the few of us will liberate them. Yes, because kò ń ṣe èrò púpọ̀ la ní. Àti rí nísìnyí pé within the Yoruba movement, it has been compromised because láàrin wa náà wọ́n ti kó àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ tí a lè àwọn kan máa ní ẹ Koiki ẹ má jẹ́ kó wà rìn yín náà ṣé èmi ní àjẹ́ tí máa fi mọ́ ṣé mo ní kúkú sì tí máa fi mọ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ láàrin wa. I mean sometimes when people call and say ẹ bá má jẹ́ kí gbogbo wọn wà lọ́dọ̀ Ìgbòho ọ̀dàlẹ̀ wà láàrin báwo lèmi ṣe fẹ́ mọ ọ̀dàlẹ̀. Báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn pé iṣẹ́ ọ̀dàlẹ̀, because a lot of us that we started talking Yoruba nation, even on this platform, we realize that some of them have been brought away, but no, not brought, they have been deceived that they have a virtual country, not realizing that it's a virtual country, they thought it's a real country, and they are still believing it today. Àwọn kan ní Koiki yé máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ sí dẹ̀mọ́ fi wọ́n lè kọ́ máa ṣe tán ṣe, but these are the same people that is holding us back. So irú Aisha Yusuf nísìn tó push Peter Obi, ó ti push gbogbo wọn ti há nísìn. Gbogbo wọn tó fẹ́ ṣe nísìn àti Gbádébọ̀ àti Peter Obi, everybody wants to go to the court. Which court are they going to? Which court? Ìlú tó ní rule of law. Ìlú tí a ṣì ń wá dadi yàtà. Mọ̀ bí free Chude o. We are here on KOKIMEDIA say free Chude now. That's the only thing I can do. Because if Chude has listened to Simon Ekpa, he will know that Simon Ekpa was the good guy. But Chude was actually saying that Simon Ekpa is a criminal, he's a terrorist. Muki Alaja Sharifa, Ekabo Mommy. Yami Sarah, we love you so much. Enti Badaruko, gbogbo yín náà ni mo nífẹ̀ẹ́. So yes, my utterance might not be the kind of utterance that you want, because èmi ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó kù, èmi ti wà láàrin àwọn òyìnbó, èmi mọ̀ pé a máa jà ni. So ilé tí Aisha Yusuf ń sọ yìí, ó sì máa dìjà gbẹ̀yìn náà ni. Aisha Yusuf, because látayébáyé ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yẹn náà, ilẹ̀ yẹn tí kò ń ṣe Nàìjíríà bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká kàn lọ as Nigeria. Oh, ẹ má bínú, is Katsina. Katsina in 1962, October 3rd, a meteorite called Zagami dropped there. Do you know how much it cost? Somebody bought it. I will show you. Ẹ jẹ́ máa prepare video yẹn kí lọ mú jáde ní orí YouTube. Let's now go back again and watch this documentary one more time. Well, not documentary, it's a movie. It's called Shadow and Bone. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́rọ̀ débi báyìí, tẹ́ ẹ bá rí fídíò yẹn mọ́, Netflix ló yàn kan wọn, but tẹ́ bá lọ sórí YouTube ẹ̀yin náà lè wò. Let's watch it again. You know, you have the idea of what I'm talking about. So just take a look at, just have an idea of Benin Republic and Nigeria, and there's something blocking us. And you can tell today, because if you want to travel to Benin Republic, it's like hellfire. But travel from state Olosumo, Niger, which of the state in the northern part of Nigeria, you will not see any security operating, because that is what they want. So I leave that anyway. So I didn't count your. We come back here now. Meteorite on October 3rd, precisely in 1962, just 2 years after the Nigeria independence. Why October again? Is it coincidence? I don't know. But when the astrology look at all these things, they can look at it and ask questions. Tabagbe fakale, tagbe opelekale. Ó lè fún wa ní information ní ọkọ náà, pé kí ẹ má máa lọ̀rọ̀ ipá àti ọ̀pàlẹ̀. Okay, ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Bible náà jáde, ká fi gbé yẹ̀wò. Ẹgbẹ́ Muslim, ẹgbẹ́ Quran jáde. Are we not in danger? In Yoruba land ni mo sọ nísìnyí o, but something happened. I don't know if there's a chat allowed on Twitter. I don't know, to be honest with you. I might look into that, but I don't know. But at least you can chat, in the other platforms and quickly go back to Twitter if you want to. Shokotos, no, this happened in Katsina. Shokoto, this information, and I have Ibi Timothy information here, was watching this guy. I watch a lot of things. Because that's the only way I can broaden my knowledge. I torí mo ti okay jẹ́ padà sẹ́yìn torí mo wò délẹ̀ dáadáa ìyẹn ni kò tí ì ṣe record láti history lórí tèmi mi. Again, fresh again. Yeah, that's the guy. Let's watch this. I do not own the copyright. This guy is called Robert Hard. Iṣẹ́ tiẹ̀ ni ó máa ń wá meteorite káàkiri. Ó ti lọ́wọ́ nínú ẹ̀. They have sold some to the value of almost $800,000. Let's watch it.
Meet Bob Hague, the meteorite man.
The meteorite man.
With little more than a shovel, a metal detector, and a good pair of eyes, Hague hunts for meteorites, those shooting stars hardy enough to actually make it to the ground. In a field rife with geologists, astronomers, and rocket scientists, Hague is more like Indiana Jones. He's traveled around the world searching for extraterrestrials.
He has traveled around the world. Ó ti káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, kódà ó dé Africa, ó dé Nigeria.
Souvenirs. I like to say that they've taken me all over the solar system, and they really have. I've searched from Argentina, Australia, South America, Africa.
About Africa, there is always something in Africa. And there's always something somewhere in Yoruba land, and likewise the other kingdom that the British decided to turn around and call everyone Nigerians.
Because this is treasure. There are a lot of different kinds of meteorites, and some are more valuable than others. If you find the right meteorite, you could maybe pay your house off. I've seen people driving new cars from finding meteorites.
Òun ti ráhùn tó ń drive new car. So what do I know those days? Ó jẹ́ lọ wá metal detector. Bí ọ̀kan ṣe sọ fún wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Gbogbo ibi tó bá jábọ́ sí tẹ́ bá ti gbọ́ Keyashikini, Keditimalo, Wabube. Yeah, Castina is closer to Niger Republic. Thank you so much. Jibia local government. So, ẹ wá compare Jibia local government here, ẹ compare bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ń lọ sí láti Èkó lọ sí Benin. Èwo lẹ rò pé ó máa easy jù? Nigeria and Nigerians are all in darkness. It's coming up to almost 5 p.m. local time Monday as we continue to now go back and say to those, maybe you are just thinking that you could use Peter Obi to get into power, but it has failed you now. Come back and let's start talking about the reality. Nigeria is not working.
Hank makes his living finding and selling meteorites. Over the years, he's developed a keen eye for them in the field, and it's a skill he's willing to teach.
If you want to find meteorites, you have to first learn about meteorites. You have to know what they look like. A freshly fallen meteorite will have a melted black burnt skin on the outside of it. It's going so fast, this frozen rock flash fries to this black melted skin. Then there's iron meteorites, so iron's very heavy, it rusts.
Okay,
stick to it.
What mo need is the top 10 most expensive meteorite. Yeah, what mo need, material. It's not this one. So inú yẹn láti máa rí ti ọ̀rọ̀ ti Nigeria tó worry total. Let's refresh this again. And lately as well, I've been going to mass. Well, from my house here on my computer. I might show you a little bit as well. So I just can see streaming again. And let's now watch this one. So these are the top 10 most expensive meteorites in the world. Okay? In case you don't know. So let's watch it together and learn something. So there is an energy. There is some kind of energy, whether we like it or not, tó wà láàrin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ń connect pẹ̀lú àgbáyé. And energy yẹn wọ́n ti rí kò ń ṣe lẹ́nu, wọ́n mọ ibi tó wà precisely, wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ value ẹ̀, but àwa ta ní àmọ́ value ẹ̀. Ìjọ ta bá ti mọ value ẹ̀, ìjọ ẹ̀ la máa dìde, la máa jà fún. Èyí tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé ká má jà yẹn, ẹ̀ ń waste time ara yín ni. Ìjọ tí a bá ti mọ̀ pé àwa àti òkè lọ́hùn wọ́n ń connect, ìjọ ẹ̀ la máa mọ̀ pé yes, ó ti di dandan pé ká kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo the 10 most expensive meteorite. Ó dàgbé inú bíbá mo ti rí fídíò tí mo wá ẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ àgbélé ní ìdí ẹ̀.
A meteorite is a really valuable find because these rocks are becoming more expensive than gold.
Ẹ bá bínú, ẹ jẹ́ mute mic tèmi so that way there will not be a kind of interference. Mo kí yàwá Elizabeth Olúṣọ̀yà, mo kí ẹ̀yin pásítọ̀, ẹ̀yin wòlíì, mo kí babaláwo, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa pátápátá nílé àti lóko. So my mic will be muted, but I hope I remember to unmute it when I'm done.
Don't come around every day. Although there are a few that even stand out among the other meteorites and valued several notches higher than the rest. So, hello folks. Welcome back to Factaholic. And today we bring you the top 10 most expensive meteorites ever found on Earth. So, without any further ado, let's get them straight. Number 10, the Gibeon meteorite, $330,090. Since it was first discovered in 1836 in Great Namaqualand, Namibia, Africa, more than 25 tons of
Ẹ má bínú. Ẹ gbọ́ bí tọ́nà ti rí the first meteorite. Ta ló gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ dáadáa? Mo fẹ́ mọ̀ bí àwọn èèyàn follow àjọ ẹlòmíì ò wà lórí program yìí. Ta ló gbọ́ bí tí wọ́n ti rí the first ever meteorite ní 1836? Ta ló gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀? Ta ló gbọ́? Namibia. Okay. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré lọ wo Namibia. Ṣé Namibia ó wà settled lẹ́nu? Mo kàn fi lọ, ẹ mọ̀ brain mi kàn ń ṣiṣẹ́ káàkiri ni o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ lo Namibia. So today, Namibia, a country in Southwest Africa, is distinguished by the Namibia Desert along its Atlantic Ocean coast. The country is home to diverse wildlife, including significant chatty population, the capital, Windhoek, and coastal town, German colonial era buildings. Àwọn Germany ló colonize àwọn. Mo kí ẹ bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, Kúnlé Ṣítà. Aziz Karim says Africa, Namibia precisely. So my question tí a bá fẹ́ da brain wa rú, ṣé kò wá jẹ́ kí Namibia ti jẹ́ ibi tó máa jẹ́ gbòógì ẹ̀ lágbàáyé? Nígbà tí èyí tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ máa rí gbàrà, Namibia ni wọ́n ti pàdé ẹ̀. According to bí bàbá yìí ṣe sọ fún wa, ní 1836. Ẹ sáré bá mi calculate ẹ̀yin demo mass. 1836 minus 2023. How many years ago was that? Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ láti Miami. Mo kàn fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn tó ń follow wa, I just want you to, I want you to take MOP Fela ṣe máa ń sọ, close your mind. Because if something of this magnitude had dropped somewhere in Africa, the first one, precisely in Namibia, Southwest Africa, and today Namibia is a country that is not there. Is 187 years ago. Wow. Well, he says, I hope I'm correct. Eba to confirm it. Is that right? 1836 till date. How many years ago? Somebody has also confirmed it. 187 years ago. I want to take a note of that as well. So the first meteorite is called. Àní bẹ̀bẹ̀ ń bẹ láyé ibi tó bá mọ̀ dé ni. Ojo kò síbi tí wọ́n ebi ń pa ẹ́. Ìdí tẹ́bi ṣe ń pa ẹ́, àwọn òyìnbó mọ̀ ń pa ẹ́. First meteorite was found in Namibia. Right, Namibia. Southwest Africa. Ní 1836. Now, so that's about 187 years ago. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ wo mo fẹ́ lọ passport in Namibia. Níbo ló dé kí ni passport index wọn lálẹ́ èní? The passport, because passport ló máa fi mọ ìlú tó dáa. Kí ni passport index tí wọn? What is the ranking of the Namibia? Number 69. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Are you multiplying things? Ṣé ẹ tètè gbé yẹ̀wò? Ṣé ẹ move it around? Ìlú tí wọ́n ti rí meteorite, it might mean nothing and it could mean something. I don't know. But mo kàn fẹ́ ká máa jẹ́ kí brain wa kó máa bounce in and out. Forget about ọ̀rọ̀ church, forget about ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ṣáláṣí, forget about ọ̀rọ̀ culture wa náà. Kò jẹ́ kí brain ẹ̀ kó máa bounce in and out. Ọmọ Koiki, báwo ni Namibia yẹn ṣe rí ní 1836 nígbà kó tó di pé àwọn Germany náà lọ colonize wọn mọ́bẹ̀? I hope you get the message. Now let's continue again. Truth and questions say, yes, we are all here to learn and educate ourselves so we can stand our ground for the truth and what is rightful ours. Wake up, my people. Waris did not say, compared to location 419 passport. Okay. But Waris to okay. Even if you say Namibia passport is bad, what about Nigeria passport? In the ranking in the world. Nigerian passport index. What is the ranking of the passport in Nigeria? Number 96. So Namibia is doing very well if you have their passport. Just as Nnamdi Kanu told us in one of his videos that Somalian visa would be your option because Nigeria will be destroyed from top to bottom. Let's listen to him.
You did not allow we Biafra to go. That theological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Let the Somali visa try and do so as quickly as possible because the zoo is on the path of destruction. And there is nothing man can do but fast. Man is dead than what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
And that is our brother, a father, as we continue to pray for him for his release, by the DSS, just as they do all the time. So let's go back and watch more from this video. We're talking about meteorite. One was found in 1962 somewhere in Castina, but the first one was in 1836, about 187 years ago, somewhere in Africa, Southwest Africa, Namibia precisely.
In Namaqualand, Namibia, Africa, more than 25 tons of Gibeon meteorites have been recovered. And although export and sale was banned by the Namibian government, it is still one of the most commonly available meteorites on the market today. Also, this giant metallic meteorite is not an ordinary one, since the space rock was described to bear an otherworldly resemblance to Edvard Munch's famous painting, The Scream. So there's no doubt as to why the Gibeon meteorite is estimated to be that costly. Number 9. The main mass of Zagami meteorite, more than $327,730. Now, the price estimate may seem off because that's lower than the Gibeon meteorite, but still the Zagami finds itself higher on the list because the price figure is based on only a single portion of the Zagami. Also, this meteorite has an interesting backstory as well. On an October afternoon in 1962, this meteorite landed about 10 feet away from a farmer who was trying to chase crows from his cornfield. The farmer heard a tremendous explosion and was buffeted by a pressure wave. After a puff of smoke and a thud, the meteorite buried itself in a hole about 2 feet deep. Weighing at about 40 pounds, the Zagami meteorite is the largest single individual Mars meteorite ever found. The Zagami meteorite crystallized from basaltic magma around 175 million years ago and is the most easily obtainable SNC meteorite available to collectors. Number 8. Dar al-Ghani 1058 lunar meteorite, $331,266. The Dar al-Ghani, also known as DAG, is a meteorite field in the Libyan Sahara. The site is a plateau of limestone, about 120 miles long and 37 miles at its widest. As for the DAG 1058, it is by far the largest lunar meteorite ever made available at an auction, weighing in at 4 pounds. And in our list of the most expensive meteorites, the Dar al-Ghani 1058 lunar meteorite takes the 8th spot. Number 7. The Chelyabinsk meteorite, $396,105. The Chelyabinsk meteor was a small asteroid about the size of a 6-story building that broke up over the city of Chelyabinsk, Russia on February 15, 2013. The blast was stronger than a nuclear explosion, triggering detections from monitoring stations as far away as Antarctica. The shock wave it generated shattered glass and injured about 1,200 people. Now, that may remind you of a certain blast that occurred recently, and our thoughts and prayers goes out to anyone who's watching our videos from Beirut or anywhere in Lebanon. Now, coming back to the Chelyabinsk, even the story behind a meteorite is quite important when considering its value. So if we consider that, a meteorite that had witnesses when it fell to Earth can surely command a higher price. The circumstances of its fall have therefore guaranteed greater values for fragments of the Chelyabinsk meteorite. Number 6. The Zagami Martian meteorite, $451,512. So another part of the Zagama meteorite finds itself on an even higher spot with this one. As mentioned earlier, the Zagami Martian meteor landed in Nigeria in 1962. The largest piece of the meteorite came up for sale in 2006, and before it was even sold, planetariums from all over the world begged buyers to make it available to them online. Number 5.
Mo fẹ́ ká dúró níbẹ̀ nídìí tó kù. Màá play bẹ́ẹ̀ padà again. Ibi tá a fẹ́ lò gangan la ṣe dé yẹn. Ẹgbọ́n kan tí bọ̀bọ́ yẹn sọ, ó ní around the world ni wọ́n ti ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún èyí tó jábọ́ sí Nàìjíríà yẹn. Mo fẹ́ kí brain wa kó dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn náà. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àṣà tí èní àwọn Chinese tí mò ń sọ pé wọ́n jí gbé, they were also involved somewhere with mining. Just as somebody was saying in the comment section there, that they come in disguise. I think it's Waris. Only I have no doubt that the Chinese don't be there. Have found meteorite on Yoruba land. Those meow meow, which here kankan. Lòun pè wọ́n èmi lè pọ̀ ní Chinese, but meow meow àti kankan àwọn ológbò ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. But I want us to come back to the news. News. This happened yesterday. At least 9 Chinese nationals were killed. Wọ́n pa wọ́n dànù ni. Kọ́lọ̀ foríjì wọn, kó fọ̀run kẹ́ wọn. And 2 others wounded. Ìyẹn ní àná alánà when armed men stormed a Chinese-operated gold mining ìyẹn ní Central Africa Republic. Àbúrò mi yẹn nísìn. So the question tí mo fẹ́ kí o máa wá sí brain gbogbo wọn ni pé ṣé àwọn sátáláìtì tí wọ́n ń jù sókè tó ń lọ sókè lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá yìí kí ni ó ń rí nínú ilẹ̀ wa táwọn ọmọ kí ni wọ́n ń gbé jáde kí ni I mean China just sent in a probe as well gbogbo àlọ́ máa ń send the probe lọ sókè but àwa ò lè mọ ohun tó ń rí but ẹ jẹ́ ká padà díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn ká gbọ́ nípa eléyìí tí wọ́n náà rí ní Nàìjíríà kí ni important mo fẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Number 6 òun ni wọ́n ń pè ní Dizagami orúkọ tó fún nìyẹn oríṣiríṣi orúkọ náà ló máa ń fún wọn àwọn náà ló máa jí àwọn náà ló máa ṣe Dimegami in case you are looking for it on the ìkàtọ́bá your video so you know what you are looking for so that you can do a bit of research on it as well. Kódà lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta mo ti ń lọ sí Mars mo lọ ń wo kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Mars pẹ̀lú oríṣiríṣi exploration tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ níbẹ̀. Ọmọ ẹ̀tọ́ ta kínní ìwọ tó bá dàmọ̀ $451,512 and I'm sure pé eye tí wọ́n rà ní Nàìjíríà òun kọ́ lélẹ́yìí o eye tí wọ́n tà lélẹ́yìí o eye tó rà kò sẹ́ni ẹ rántí pé ìwọ tó ní ò fẹ́ Yorùbá nation Koiki shut up ṣé o mọ̀ pé orí olókun tí wọ́n jí ní Nàìjíríà ó wà lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá bí ṣe ń bẹ sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí mo fẹ́ lọ gbé picture jáde ó rántí story in tó ń wò yìí 700 years old ó dàgbà ju queen lọ kọ́ ló bá Fọ̀rúnkẹ́ queen God bless her ìwọlé sàn kan míì ọ̀gá ibà ilé mi gbé ibà ẹ̀dẹ̀ mo ti ń jẹun but sórí eléyìí tó ń wò yìí jẹ́ ń sọ fún ẹbí tó wà ó wà lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá bá ṣe ń bẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ó ti di ṣu atayányán pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá àti ẹni tó ní àti Nigerian government wọ́n ò dẹ̀ gbé sílẹ̀ àwa la ní wọ́n ní láti ilé orí bó ṣe kọ́ Nigerian Ife head why the UK police are holding a priceless ọmọ tó ń pè ní priceless kò tẹ̀ jẹ́ kó sí price lórí ẹ̀ kò tẹ̀ ṣe tó yẹ ká tà rárá but today àwọn èèyàn wa ń bó èmi ẹ̀ ń fi tẹ́tẹ́ ń kọ́ bọ́ MTN olórí burúkú yín tí ẹ fi wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ sáwà táwọn pariwo Yorùbá nation ìwọ ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé ní 1962 nǹkan kan jábọ́ sí Katsina káfíń sọ pé fún Nàìjíríà ṣèbó yẹ kó wúlò fún Nàìjíríà kó gbé sí museum káwọn èèyàn máa wò lójoojúmọ́ ìjọ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí yan wa and this is why we are saying to those that are disagreeing with us especially ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ socialite ẹ̀yin elite ẹ̀yin ọ̀mọ̀wé ẹ̀yin professor ẹ̀yin Cambridge àwọn òkúkú lọ Oxford àdèlọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lọ Oxford nísìn ẹ̀rí báyé yín ṣe rí báyìí nísìn ìwọ tó wà níta nìkan ló gbádùn àmọ́ àwọn tó kàwé bíi tiẹ̀ tọ́jọ́ wà Nàìjíríà wọ́n ò ráyé gbé o resources tiwa kò sí lọ́wọ́ wa mọ́ kò sí ìnà kan bá ní governor every 4 years Sanwó-Olú ò bá tún padà wá fọ́nà tó fẹ́ ṣe lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí òun kọ́ ló ní resources gbogbo owó tí Sanwó-Olú ń pa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Àbújá ló ń lọ òmùgọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ ibùdó pọ̀wọ́ bàbá yín ló máa wà but bàbá yín ò lè ṣe kankan nítorí pé kí ni nítorí pé 1999 constitution à ń padà bọ̀ níbẹ̀. Let me quickly ẹlòmíì ti gbàgbé átíkù yìí èmi á máa fi rán yín létí in tó ń wò lẹ́yìn mi is 700 years old báwo ló ṣe wá di tó kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa tó dé Europe tó fi dé UK ẹ̀dá kàdíẹ̀. On the 24th of January 2017 níbi tẹ́mi ti ń fa gbòòrò lọ àṣẹ kan gidi ń bọ̀ òyìnbó tó gbé àṣẹ dílà ti ràn kan èmi tí mo jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá gan èmi papọ̀ mo ń ṣe wàhálà ní London ní 2017 àṣẹ nǹkan tó jẹ́ precious ní tó jẹ́ ti Ilé-Ifẹ̀ àṣọ ti wọ UK ẹni tó fẹ́ tà á òun ti negotiate bó ṣe fẹ́ tà ẹ̀jẹ̀ àgbọ̀ bó ṣe fẹ́ tà mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tí gbogbo ìmọ̀ sí KOKIMEDIA mo ní lórí ètò yìí ibẹ̀ ló ti máa gbọ́n sẹ́ẹ̀ pé ò ní bínú yẹn èmi á sọ fún ẹ pé wàá bínú débi pé wọ́n máa sọ fún mi pé Koiki pọ̀pọ̀ yẹn gbọ́ program ó ti bínú gan náà ẹ̀ ti bínú o because èmi ò tí ì rí ìbínú torí pé bí ṣe ń sọ fún yín pé ibi ìbàyẹ̀ utterances mi lè má dà bí ìwọ ṣe fẹ́ but nínú ìjàngbara gbogbo nǹkan nìyẹn máa ń bá nínú ẹ̀. Ẹ̀ka continue. The British police are keeping a stolen statue worth millions of dollars in their custody. Nítorí kí ọba Ọjájá second kó pàṣẹ kó máa gbé kínní yẹn padà bọ̀ nílé Ifẹ̀ kò work like that o. As a dispute rages between a Belgian antique dealer and a Nigerian museum over its ownership. Let's continue. On the 24th of January 2017 was a cold, foggy day in London. At midday, John Axford of the auctioneers Woolley and Wellies, àwọn ibi tí wọ́n ń gbé kan bọ̀ nìyẹn kò fi sáré kó lóye kò ṣe pé ilé nìkan ló máa ń gbé wá bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn kan tó precious iṣẹ́ tàwọn nìyẹn àwọn lélẹ́yìí ìyájọ́ kan wà máa ṣeré lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n lè má jẹ́ kí n ṣe fídíò bọ̀ máa ṣe fídíò láti ta ìwọ náà lè rí bó ṣe rí. Let me close some of these because I don't want this broadcast to break. I think that should be enough. Because tó bá ti ń fẹ́ máa pẹ́ tó fẹ́ lóde wàhálà oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló máa wà níbẹ̀ kí àwọn nǹkan tó fẹ́ auction torí òun lélẹ̀ àwọn nǹkan gbòógì kò yẹ nísìn àwọn nǹkan tó ṣe gbòógì àwọn nǹkan tó ń gbé bọ̀ lélẹ̀ yọ pẹ̀lú date. So èèyàn kan wá fẹ́ wá ta ìta àwọn bàbá ńlá wa tí wọ́n ṣe wàhálà tó jókòó ọlọ́lọ́mọye ọdún tó tẹ̀kì wọn ní 700 years ago nígbà tí kò tí sí Nàìjíríà ìwọ wá ń sọ nísìnyí kò fi parẹ́ fún Nàìjíríà wàá parẹ́ just like bí Chude nísìnyí ẹ bá wá Chude o ẹ bá wá jáde. Let's continue. At midday, John Axford of the auctioneers mo ti sọ bó ṣe rí fún yín Woolley and Wellies was in his office in Upmarket Mayfair waiting to meet a visitor from Belgium who wanted to show him a sculpture. He produced this particular beautiful piece, said Mr. Axford. It was a bronze cast head which Mr. Axford recognized as coming from Ife, a Yoruba kingdom in what is today southwestern Nigeria. So yẹ kó máa tún máa sọ pé in what is today yẹn lè mi fẹ́ reverse tẹ̀fí ń pè mí ní oríṣiríṣi orúkọ èyí tí bàbá Akíntóyè fẹ́ reverse nìyẹn èyí tí Ìgbòho fẹ́ reverse nìyẹn a fẹ́ reverse calling us Yoruba kingdom in what is today southwestern Nigeria in tó ń díjà gbogbo alẹ́ nìyẹn o in tó ń díjà gbogbo wa sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ mi àtẹ̀sẹ̀ Olúọmọ àti Kókó Zaria àti àwọn tó fẹ́ pààyàn àtàwọn tó pààyàn àti Sanwó-Olú àti Bámbọ̀dé àti gbogbo wọn àti Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún àti Ṣèyí Mákindé in tó ń díjà wálẹ̀ nìyẹn because àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ gbọ́ òtítọ́ tèmi sọ pé wọ́n ṣe máa pè wá ní Yorùbá kingdom in what is today southwest Nigeria báwo ló ṣe di what is today southwestern Nigeria that we cannot reverse. Àwọn kan ní kò gbọdọ̀ dìjà àná àti gbọ́ afẹ́ṣẹ́ ní diplomacy but diplomacy pẹ̀lú àwọn olórí kankan àwọn politician yín tó yẹ pé bọ́n ṣe ti di 4 years gan nísìn báyìí bọ́n ṣe máa tètè palẹ̀ mọ́ gbogbo tó máa jí pátápátá gbogbo wọn lọ ti ní ìwé ìgbélú ìbí lọ́wọ́ tó yàtọ̀ sí Nigerian passport tí wọ́n fẹ́ parẹ́ lé lórí because Nigerian passport tí wọ́n níyẹn wọ́n mọ̀ pé fúngbà díẹ̀ ni gbogbo wọn lọ ti ra citizenship. Tó bá ní gbòógì owó lọ́wọ́ o lè ra citizenship ní UK tó bá ní gbòógì owó lọ́wọ́ o lè ṣe investment sí Canada wá fún ẹ ní citizenship bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ káàkiri àgbáyé nìyẹn and they have this kind of money. Ìwọ ló nírò owó bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyẹn ló ṣe fẹ́ lọ gba ìlú ọlọ́pẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ìta ló sọ fún wa pé ìlú kan tó súnmọ́ Niger ìyẹn kan mẹ́ńsọ̀nì lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn padà sẹ́yìn ìlú wo ló ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn náà there was a country when I was asking which state in Nigeria is closer to Niger. Somebody told me, but we know that there's a state. I think I don't know. I can't remember. So ìwọ nísìn ìwọ fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ìwọ ṣe wá ń ṣe wàhálà ó lọ ń gba back door whereas all these criminal politicians gbogbo wọn ni o from Igbo politician to Yoruba politician to Middle Belt to Hausa to Fulani every single one of them has a different identity. Àwọn náà lo identity Nàìjíríà mọ̀ bìkan kò ní value so tó bá ń travel wọ́n máa present passport míì tó bá ti ń dé borderline Jibaria, thank you so much. But tó bá ń padà bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, ìgbà yẹn ló máa rí wọn tó máa ná Nigerian passport sókè irọ́ ni o. Let's continue. So it was a bronze cast head. Báwo ló ṣe ṣe níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn? Báwo ló ṣe dì? It's just the same way tí a padà bọ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn. Just like bá ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa the Zagami Martian meteorite.
The Zagami Martian meteorite, $451,512. So another part of the Zagami meteorite finds itself on an even higher spot.
Ẹ má bínú rà pé the wrong one ni mo kọ́lẹ̀ ẹja wo ẹ̀ mọ́ bọ̀, sorry.
As mentioned earlier, the Zagami Martian meteor landed in Nigeria.
Ẹ̀hún náà ni the same thing náà ni. Wọ́n ní landed in Nigeria. O gbọ́dí àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ ṣe gan ìyàwó Ayétúndé. The British colonial matters. Kebbi State, thank you so much, Mr. Abiola. So what am I trying to bring out here? Mo kàn fẹ́ kí brain wa kó máa tọ̀ ọmọ. So tí nǹkan báyìí bá tẹ̀ jábọ́ ní Nàìjíríà ní 1962. Tí ìbóyẹ kó jẹ́ ownership wa ni. Ìyí tí kò tẹ̀ jábọ́. Ó gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Oh my God. Ẹ gbọ́ mi èèyàn. Àní ìyí tó jábọ́ tó jẹ́ pé àwọn bàbá ńlá wa ló kásẹ̀. Ó wà lọ́wọ́ UK lọ́wọ́. Ká má tẹ̀ tí wàá sọ èyí tó jábọ́ láti òkè ọ̀run. Kí ló dé tó ṣe jábọ́ láti òkè ọ̀run? Ṣó ní mẹ́sẹ̀gì tó fẹ́ communicate pẹ̀lú wa ni? Ṣó ní kankan tó fẹ́ we don't know. Mo kàn ní kí brain kó máa bọ́bù ni o. Ẹ ṣáà máa jẹ́ kí brain kó máa bọ́bù. Forget about our ẹ̀sìn nísìn. Just open your mind. Because èyí tí wọ́n ṣe táwọn bàbá ńlá wa fọwọ́ ṣe ó wà ní ọ̀nà wà náà àmì ìyẹn tẹ̀ wà disrespectful wọn náà wà lọ kó wà ní custody ọlọ́pàá ní UK. Can you imagine that? Let's continue. It was a bronze cast head which Mr. Axford recognized as coming from Ife. Níbo ló ń pè ní Ife? Ṣé Ife gẹ́gẹ́ bí Denmark? Ṣé Ife gẹ́gẹ́ bí ilẹ̀ Haúsá? Ṣé Ife gẹ́gẹ́ bí ilẹ̀ Igbo? Ṣé Ife gẹ́gẹ́ bí ilẹ̀ UK? Kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe léni ní wàhálà tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀. It's just because a ṣe ń connect ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ṣe ń connect ara wa. But àwọn ẹ̀mí burúkú kan náà wà láàárín wa tí wọ́n ò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká lọ. Because báwa ṣe ń sọ wọn ní elégangan ló parọ́ o. Kóìkì ló fẹ́ da wàhálà ló fẹ́ da Yorùbá nation òun ló kówó yín jẹ o. Ẹ filẹ̀ o, ẹ má ṣe o. Let's come back. Ìyí tó fún mi ní owó tó jẹ́ eléyìí tó yẹ pé tó bá wà lọ́wọ́ èmi gan sẹ̀ máa fi máa pọ̀wó. But tó bá wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mo lè fi make owó because báwo mi ṣe máa make owó màá máa promote ẹ̀ màá dẹ̀ máa make owó nígbà pé ẹ bá ti dé Ọ̀ṣun state. But a máa sọ consultation fee fẹ́ mi èmi á wá connect ẹ èmi ò ní láti lọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mo lè wà ní UK màá wá connect yín pẹ̀lú Ọpẹ́yẹmí màá ní Ọpẹ́yẹmí will be your driver. The moment you land in Yoruba airport, it will pick you up because I can guarantee that there will be no security that will tamper with you. That's how people travel. They are called traveling agents. Traveling agent or travel agent. No, travel agent. So travel agent ló máa jókòó síta àbí ẹsẹ̀ ó mọ̀ pé lómi ò dé Russia rí ó dẹ̀ ń ta ilé fún àwọn tó jẹ́ Russians ó dẹ̀ wà ní UK ó dẹ̀ ń gba percentage. And those are the kind of businesses that we can do in the long run when we have a Yoruba nation. Okay, mi ò fẹ́ gbé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lóòótọ́ mi sì gbé ní London torí pé mo ń gbádùn òtútù mo ò fẹ́ lọ síbi tó ń wà gbogbo lè máa make owó mi because business tí mo fẹ́ ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n máa tax mi ní bíbá wọ́n dẹ̀ máa tax mi náà because mo máa ṣí ọ́fíìsì sílẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣé gbogbo yẹn ló máa ṣe é ṣe nísìnyí tá a bá wà ní Nàìjíríà kò possible. Àní yìí tí bàbá ńlá wa fọwọ́ ṣe wọ́n ti arrest ẹ̀ ó wà nínú custody ọlọ́pàá kà má ìtẹ̀ tí wàá sọ èyí tó jábọ́ lókè ọ̀run èyí tó jábọ́ lókè ọ̀run yẹn mẹ́sẹ̀gì wo ló mú bọ̀ àmọ́ bọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀ni kò tẹ̀ sí ní Nàìjíríà mọ́ wọ́n ti tà dànù ẹja gbọ́ sílẹ̀ kan sí.
In 1962, the largest piece of the meteorite came up for sale in 2006.
2006, it came up for sale. Ẹ káàbọ̀ Esther. 2006 lọ ti ta ilé ìdánù. 2000 ìtò yẹ kọ́ retain sínú Nàìjíríà. Ìtò yẹ kọ́ retain sínú state tó kiri. But rather, Ọlọ́run mọ́wọ́ tó wà nísìn, olówó kan ti lè ra. Ó ti rà pamọ́ as a treasury. Tó bá àwa wá sọ pé àwọn òyìnbó ní owó because generation wealth is one of the most important things in the history. And generation wealth does not mean it has to be your father. The Yoruba land is our generation wealth. Omugo Ode. Unlo church lójoojúmọ́ máa ń lọ gbàdúrà lọ sí o mọ̀ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gangan ni generation wealth wa ṣé ìwọ tó ń lọ sí mosque o aláwa tó wá o wá kírun márùn tán o wá ṣètò o wá túnṣe lóúnjẹ mọ́sà tó gbé wá tẹ mọ́ lọ́sìn gbé mọ́sà wá sí mọ́ṣáláṣí ṣá níbi tí condition ti le nísìnyí. Our Yoruba land treasury ó yẹ kó máa fún wa ní income as a citizen of Yoruba ó yẹ ká máa gba benefit lórí gbogbo tó wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa. It's called generation wealth. But lẹ́ni nísìn àwa wà níta àwọn ìyá wa bíbá mọ̀ nílẹ̀ ẹjọ́ mẹ́ta àwa ní Baghdad àwa ní London àtàtà wà níbẹ̀ àwa wà òkè díẹ̀ because ibi wa civilized but gbogbo àwọn Arab country yẹn civilization yẹn ó wà ó but kò dàbí fún gbogbo àwọn tí a jẹ́ àjòjì tá à ń gbé láàrin wọn. Let's continue.
And before it was even sold, planetariums were all...
Before it was sold, kó tó tà ó lè má gbọ́ ìbò tó ń sọ yẹn break it down fún ẹ. Before it was sold, kó tó fẹ́ ta kínní ó ní àwọn kan ní interest ní lórí kí ló dé tó ṣe ní interest just as they have interest in this 700 years sculpture. Jẹ́ sáré kà fún ẹ kó lè bá yé ẹ. Àtikọ́ débi it was a bronze cast head tí auctioneer yẹn recognize bí ilé Ifẹ̀ lélẹ̀ ti wà in Yoruba kingdom in what is today southwestern Nigeria. Originally Ife bronze head of which only 20 ló survive are thought to be 700 years old. 700 years. Kódà ó wà lára tí wọ́n ti report fún UNESCO. One month ẹni tó fẹ́ wà tà yàrá follow ẹ̀ quickly. They are cast in tin metal with great skill and are stinkingly likely among the most magnificent sculpture ever made in sub-Sahara Africa. That is who we are. Mokin Babawa Yonkan Global Ekabo. This kind does not turn up commercially. Irú kan báyìí kò jẹ́ kó wà lọ́wọ́ èèyàn. Ọwọ́ gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì ló yẹ kó wà. Kí ni nǹkan tó jẹ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe lè dánwó individual? Àtẹ̀tí mi èlò gan ló tà á. Èlò ló rà á. Èlò ló fẹ́ tà á. Bàbá ìwá ní but the sculpture had a hole by the left which is which matched the description of the head reported stolen by the United Nations Cultural Organization UNESCO. Ẹ wá ní United Nations mọ̀ pé Yorùbá kingdom wà láyé tẹ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀. Nǹkan ṣe gbogbo wa. But à ń dúró fún United Nations kó wá lájà. But United Nations ló ìwà lájà nígbà táyì tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà. Ìyẹn lèmi ṣe sọ fún yín pé tá a bá ń pe yá aláwù tá à ń fa yá sàlámù tá à ń gbé gbogbo báíbù jáde àwọn kan ní Koiki ò bá jẹ́ kọ́lọ̀ ń jàjà yẹn kọ́lọ̀ máa jàjà yẹn náà àwa náà lè tètè jẹ́ kọ́lọ̀ ń jàjà yẹn ká dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ Ọlọ́run pẹ̀ a lè tètè dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ because ìyà tó ń jẹ yín lójoojúmọ́ ó máa continue o àṣírí mo gé fún yín o ìyà tí a máa jẹ ó máa continue ó dẹ̀ ti continue because gbogbo yín ti gbé Sanwó-Olú wọlé ẹ ti gbé àwọn gọ́fúnà wọlé ẹ dẹ̀ ti gbé bàbá tọ́lé wọlé Ọlákúnlé káàbọ̀ sórí program. I realized we had a problem. Ìyẹn ẹni tí wọ́n gbé kíní ẹ̀ wá bá. If it was legal, it would be worth 20 million pounds sterling. Ìbí òun ló ń kọ́. Ìbí òun kàn sọ ti ẹni. Ìbí àwọn alánìkan wá. Ṣé wọ́n lè ṣerú ẹ̀ mọ́ ní ìsìn? No. Because àwọn tó ṣe níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn àwọn bá ńlá wà. This sculpture, good evening, Mrs. Patient Azika, and welcome to the program. This sculpture that you're looking, Ile-Ife, 700 years ago. But today, my people say, no, we don't want Yoruba nation. No. We want and this stupid guy, even though he's not a Yoruba man, is fighting against the man that is fighting to save his life. Since Saturday, nobody knows where Chude is. But look at what he wrote after Simon Ekpa had a bit of, the security agency wanted to speak to him. There's nothing wrong in that. But he came out that day and said Simon Ekpa, the terrorist, has been arrested. He's now been arrested in a terrorized country like Nigeria. But what I'm trying to say is that this sculpture is who we are. So again, now that election is done, those of you that have been we understand you wanted to try your luck. There's nothing wrong in that. But are you going to come back home now? Or do you want to fight in 2027, which is going to take another 4 years? Ìyàwó Àbíbá, mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yín títí. Okay, just listen. Yes, I am a Kimile Concon. Ẹ mọ̀ kébi tẹ́ wà yẹn agbọ́dọ̀ máa gbúrò yín níbẹ̀. Because àwọn òlú kan wà, So, Eshegoni. So, what am I trying to bring out today is we hope that those that are, I understand, but if you don't join the movement now, that means you are waiting 4 years by 2027, and there's going to repeat the same thing. So I'm going to open my phone line because this program, like always, we don't want it to be more than 3 hours if we don't have any reason to push it more than that. So we have got an idea that this is who we are. Even by this alone, it has proved that the Yoruba has been in existence for a very long time. 700 years is what you're looking at. Juliet Tosin, good evening. But today, our people, I don't know, maybe you're going to wait for another 4 years and then you come back, maybe Labour Party will still be available then, maybe there will be another party, or maybe Nigeria would have collapsed. But it will only collapse if every single one of us are ready to fight it. So let us, hear the last bit of this, and then I'm going to bring it back to the full screen, and then we open the phone line.
Sold, planetariums from all over the world begged future buyers to make it available to them.
So they're already begging the future buyer to make this available to them. Why? We don't know.
Number 5.
So that's about it. You can watch more about it. I've also been watching Mars, lately. Maybe I should just, Mars exploration. There's a lot happening around the world. So don't think that, hey, we are, no. There's a lot happening. Like I said, China Mars landing mission shocked NASA. This is 3 months ago. I'm just going to pick up at one. Let's watch this. I've been watching some of these things, just take my heart and mind away, sometimes away from the Yoruba nation. Let's watch this. I do not own the copyright. It's just briefly. Mass exploration over. I always say, Intagbedani Yoruba nation. It is do or die. I don't know how to put it. Do or die. I don't want to use too much of the video because it become money, but you're fine. I don't know. But about your problem. But it's actually enjoy what I would like and see. Oh, to another video to move daddy.
Oh my God.
You prepare your lower sorry. Once again, mo keep gbogbo Yoruba. Pátápátá níbi kíbi tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ koikimedia. Yoruba nation no going back. You would have to go back. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àwọn Bọ́lá wọn ọba àti. Imagine tó bá yẹ pé èdè wa ni wọ́n fi ń kọ́ wa ní gbogbo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Ẹ̀wòrán. So I hope this inspired some of you that are Yorubas that wants to become, astrology, scientists, space explorer. There's so many things. Ẹ̀wọ̀n ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. A máa probe. Wọ́n control náà ni o. Láti ayé láwọn tí control tó ń lọ nínú Mars. Wọ́n control ẹ̀ sórí náà. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí probe. Ó yá gbàsí fún gbàgá. Ó fi probe nìyẹn. Ó yá fẹ̀wù kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Irú òkúta òlélẹ̀ ó yá fi nǹkan sínú ẹ̀. Fi nǹkan hàn kan. Ó máa drill díẹ̀. Ó yá pàán. Ọkọ̀ pátẹ́gùn sí dànù. Ó yá súnmọ́ drill ẹ̀. Torí drill ẹ̀ kò fà nǹkan jáde nínú ẹ̀. Àwa kò padà akúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ríran àwa gbé gbogbo kìíní yẹn. A gbé lọ. And sometimes the mission fail and sometimes the mission. So kó lè bá mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run dá wa náà dáadáa yà fìyẹn sílẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ kó lọ kájọ wo fídíò yìí. Torí pé lẹ́yìn eléyìí àwa ṣí phone line wa. Àwọn kan tí bá pàdé rí, àwọn kan tí bá pàdé rí ẹja wo.
This question, and I knew it was my time to shine. Let me tell you how Africans are scientists and mathematicians.
Ṣé fún nǹkan tó sọ? How Africans are scientists and mathematicians. But nígbà tó bá ti ń fi English kọ maths olúkàlùkù máa sáàdì. Jẹ́ kó fi Yorùbá kọ́ wa ní gbogbo language gbogbo subject tá à ń ṣe ní Nàìjíríà. Jẹ́ kó máa fi Yorùbá kọ́ wa kó wá mọ̀ bóyá ní brain yẹn àbá ní brain yẹn.
To give a little background information for folks who are watching this video and wondering what the heck is IFA and why is IFA a supercomputer. Okay, so Ifa is actually a spiritual tradition that comes from Nigeria. Okay, it comes from the Yoruba people of Nigeria. If you know of Oshun, Obatala, Shango, all of them Orishas, they come from Ifa, and they are divinities within the Ifa spiritual system. And you can also find aspects of Orisha and Ifa within the diaspora, like Cuba, Brazil, Trinidad, everywhere. And this is me. So now that you know that Ifa is from Nigeria and it's a spiritual system, now let's kind of go in depth of why it's a supercomputer. So Ifa is considered to be the listening ear of Olodumare, which is the creator in our spiritual system. And Olodumare gave Ifa to Orimala, which is the divinity or Orisha of wisdom, to oversee. And Orimala is what we consider to be a Babalawo, which means a father of mysteries. Okay, remember that. And peep what he's writing in this tray below. It looks like a 1. Keep that in mind. So this is how Ifa essentially looks like, okay? It's a series of opens and closes, zeros and ones. What else is composed of zeros and ones? The binary system, which is where everything comes from. And wait, there's more. Olodumare gave us 16 major Odu. What is an Odu? The womb of life. Everything in the cosmos that exists, that existed, that will ever exist lies within the Odu, the womb of life. Ifa is the key to the universe, and it's mathematical, of course. The 16 major Odu, also known as the 16 Meji, can be combined in pairs of 2, which means there are 256 possible combinations, 256 mathematical algorithms of the universe. Ifa knows of the past, present, and future. And within 256 possible mathematical algorithms, Ifa has 10,000 plus verses within it of mysteries of the universe, the sun, the moon, the chair that you're sitting in, the dumpster outside. It's all within Ifa, and it's constantly updating itself like a supercomputer. No priest will be able to know all of Ifa ever. It is so massive. Africans are mathematicians and scientists.
So as we move away and come back into our full screen, let's just play this and we come back and then we open the phone line. Once again, a very good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the program.
Hello?
Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I see you online with Zazu post. So I want to know how I can get to them to further my talent and my music stuff. How to make
I don't know who Zazu is, so I just posted that and I'm on live program now. So seeing me post Zazu doesn't mean that we have Zazu number or we know Zazu.
Okay, how can you help me about?
Well, if you help, show me more Zazu. You know, people think when you post everything, you know everybody on that video. Video actually, hit almost about 300 or whatever thousand. Now, moving sọ̀rọ̀ lórí article kan tí mo kà pẹ̀lú àwọn Wales. The line is open, but I'm going to be talking and then taking my calls along the line because I still have about probably an hour precisely. But just we start taking the calls quickly. Hello, caller. While I get that ready. Hello, Mr. How are you? I'm going to answer you. If the subject is valid, my team has a from the soul until they confirm it. But I'm going. I'm going. I'm a Emma Sorolo Baba me. I'm going, sir.
Frustrated them to bring history back to their classroom.
Okay. Okay. All right, we'll work on that. Eshegoni, thank you so much. Eshegoni. So let's take our calls. But like I said, there's an article Timo Kalori Guardian in UK that's got to do with the water between Wales and England. How the water in the side of Wales was bombed in 1962. I want to talk about that briefly, but if you're going to call in as well, the line is open +44 74 044 5917. So while I'm looking for that article, that's it. Yeah, I found it. This is what I'm looking for. I wanted you to follow me with this particular second part of the program, or towards the end of the program. As a lot of us always ask the question is, ṣé tòótọ́ ni wọ́n ṣì ń gbà nǹkan lọ́wọ́ wa ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ ká lọ? The answer is òtítọ́ ni. Bọ̀bọ́ ṣe wá ń gbà nísìn ló yàtọ̀. I mean, the British government cannot just come in now and take everything, the Americans, the Chinese. So they have to do it in a way because ayé ti lajú. Kò dàbí ti tẹ́lẹ̀ tó yẹ pé àwọn ló ń control. At some point, the British government does not need anybody to take anything from Yoruba land and the Hausa land or the Igbo land or the Middle Belt. I hope we all know that. At some point in the history, they were just moving resources. But now they can't do such anymore because, they told us they've given us independence and they have to be very careful because of people will know. So what they would do is let me give you this example, DFID. The new UK High Commissioner to máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní April is part of these departments set up by the UK government. Their annual budget is worth about 13.4 billion. And what is their job? Kí ni nǹkan iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe? Is the Department for International Development, was the department of the HM government responsible for administering foreign aid. Give aid to the people around the world. Àwọn àti ẹ̀ka máa fún wọn ní aid, àwọn ló ń fún wọn ní aid. But wọ́n máa fún wa because nǹkan gbà wọ́n nígbà bó ṣe ń gbà tẹ́lẹ̀. It's a big department, but ibi tí mo fẹ́ lò kọ́ nìyẹn. When I saw this post, who owns Wales? Arákùnrin àwọn tó ní platform yìí, àwọn ọmọ Wales ni or Welsh. Ó ń béèrè pé ta ló ní Wales, just as we also ask the question, who owns Nigeria today? Ṣé Nigeria is owned by Nigerians or by foreigners? Otumba Adekunle, thank you so much. Who owns Nigeria? Or, as a lot of Yoruba say, hey, wọ́n fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́, ta ló nílẹ̀ gangan? ta ló ní ilẹ̀ tẹ́ ń pariwo kọ́ fẹ́ gbà mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ ta ló ní ilẹ̀ ṣé ẹ̀yin lẹ́sìn nílẹ̀ ta ló ní ilẹ̀ yẹn ilẹ̀ tí gbogbo wa fẹ́ para wa lé lórí before the election ẹ má ẹ̀kọ́ gbalẹ̀ o ẹ má ẹ̀kọ́ gbalẹ̀ o and everybody was praying ta ló ní ilẹ̀ gangan ẹ ṣọ́ pa wà láṣì nílẹ̀ yẹn àbí ilẹ̀ ti kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa ta ló ní ilẹ̀ arákùnrin náà ń béèrè ìbéèrè pé who owns Wales because interfirmament tó nílẹ̀ òun ni ṣé resources ilẹ̀ yẹn ṣé ó ń benefit àwa just like I said that generation wealth nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó yẹ kó máa san owó orí fún wa so when people say wọ́n fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ ilẹ̀ wo ló fẹ́ gbà mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ ta ló ní ilẹ̀ ń gangan who owns the land because it's easier say that jọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Igbo máa ń lo language yẹn pé Lagos no be no man's land okay àmọ́ fáwọn yẹn okay wọ́n fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ we know that the Igbo people have interest in taking our land but ta ló gbalẹ̀ yẹn gangan. So the question that was asked here is got to do with Oromi. And I'm going to read as many part of it so that you can get the in-depth understanding. Because tẹ́ bá ní wọ́n fẹ́ pé àwa la nílẹ̀ and yet ilẹ̀ yẹn ò ṣàǹfààní kankan for anybody but a fẹ́ protect it. Okay, it's fine to protect our land. A fẹ́ kọ́ balẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. So let's go into it. So this, tweet was asking, who owns Wales with a question mark? The rivers of Wales are all over abstracted and have their own challenges. Kí làwọn challenges tó ní? This plan will take more water from Wales to feed the economic growth of the southeast of England. Thank you so much, Clement. Again, I just saw your voluntary contribution. We can't say more than enough thank you for the support. So my question is, as we are all saying that we are Nigerians, who control Nigeria and who owns Nigeria? Everybody keep talking about Kaba. Are they not human beings or are they spirit? Because if we are saying that Kabas, say what is the spirit? Are the Kabas spirit that we cannot know those that are making life difficult for us? But everybody knows them. But some people are scared to mention them because they are very powerful within the society, and trust me, they are powerful and they could kill. If they can't kill, how come we don't know where that the Yati is? So these issues surrounding Ile, land, territory, is a very, very key, important part of who we are. And today, a lot of people are worried that we are losing that land to so many Igbo people. But they are not talking about those that have carved into the land resources that we don't even know how long will keep our grace. Ẹ jẹ́ ká follow conversation tí mo fẹ́ mú jáde. So this is the article itself, and I'm going to share it with us later. The mosquito dey lay na the bulletin bucket. Very sensitive subject, just as Yoruba nation is very, very sensitive. This is the headline. Very sensitive subject. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba nation, ó wà sensitive gan. And it's do or die. Plan to take Welsh water for London stirs painful memories. Why is it painful memories? Ṣé nǹkan kan ti mo kàn fẹ́ brief yín ẹ̀rọ kẹ́mi ti kátìkù yìí. So mo kàn fẹ́ brief ẹ̀yin àti èmi àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Ṣé gbogbo tí òyìnbó ṣe fún wa ṣé kò tó jẹ́ bí memory? Ìbéèrè àkọ́kọ́. Ó lè má jẹ́ memory fún wọn, àmọ́ ṣé èyí tí àwa àti Ojúkù àti Azikiwe ṣé yẹn ló yẹ kó fún wa ní memory àbí tí wọ́n ṣe fún gbogbo wa? Èwo nú ẹ̀ èwo ló ní kìmí jù? Because argument gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni pé ní gbogbo ìgbà pé àwa ta máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí pé a nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá tọkàntọkàn la ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Pé èyí tí Ojúkú fẹ́ gba Èkó mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́, ìyẹn ló yẹ ká dìmú, but èyí tí òyìnbó fi wá síbi tí a wà lẹ́ni ní ọjọ́ ẹ̀ní ká má sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìyẹn púpọ̀. Àwọn ará Wales wá ń sọ pé in tí wọ́n fẹ́ tún ṣe yìí ó fẹ́ mú memories wá, irú memories wo ló fẹ́ mú wá? Òun ni a fẹ́ ṣí aṣọ lójú ẹ̀. Yorùbá mi náà ti ń da díẹ̀díẹ̀. A fẹ́ ṣí aṣọ lójú ẹ̀ because ó jẹ́ ká máa sọ nípa memory ti British than yìí tí a mú dání tí a sọ pé Ojúkú fẹ́ gbẹ̀ kó mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. Ìjẹ́ ìwọ mọ̀, ìjẹ́ mi mọ̀ bóyá Britain ti gbẹ̀ kó mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ kan tẹ́yìn sọ pé ilé Èkó lọ́wọ́. Báwo lẹ ṣe mọ̀ pé ní Èkó lọ́wọ́? Ṣebí torí pé èyí ẹ̀kan rí pé ní láǹdì ni wọ́n talẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe kinní kan. Wọ́n seal up, wọ́n fìdí sanfìdí àwọn gbogbo àwọn area kan lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nísìnyí. Ṣé tó bá sanfìdí ẹ̀ tán, ṣé àwa ọmọ nílẹ̀ lọ fẹ́ tà fún ni? Àbí wọ́n lówó láti fi rà? Àkíní gbogbo yín ti gbé Sanwó-Olú wọlé nísìnyí, and I hope you are happy. I am not one of those that supported him and any of these criminal politicians. Mo ti sọ. Yorùbá nation nìkan ni tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Yorùbá nation bá ti gbé lọ sí tó kọ́ mi gbogbo tó bá máa ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, as far as I'm concerned, you have all been sold, including myself. Wọ́n ti ta gbogbo ọ̀dà nù. A kàn ń ṣe wàhálà fún in tí kò sí lọ́wọ́ wa mọ́. Kò ń ṣàwa nìkan. Ẹ gbọ́ tọ́pìkì yìí, very sensitive subject. Plan to take Welsh water. Àwọn ará Welsh náà ń jà. Ó mọ̀ dàtọ́ ń jà bí àwọn ará Scotland, àwọn náà fẹ́ gba òmìnira. Wọn ò fẹ́ bá British ṣe mọ́, wọn ò fẹ́ bá Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ṣe mọ́, wọn ò fẹ́ bá England ṣe mọ́. Òun ni ará Scottish ń sọ níbí báyìí.
Other countries were refused at first. But we have to remember, and this is a really important point, that self-determination is an inalienable international right and a law as well. And other countries will recognise Scotland's democratic choice expressed at the ballot box. They will recognise that because that is the route that many other countries have taken in order to become independent. And just to make that point, that international law is very pragmatic
on that point. We should have confidence in that.
So, it might not come as fast as we want, but we are definitely still on the right track asking for that right. And that right must be respected by the international community. So let's go back to this. So mo kàn fẹ́ kó rí pé kò ń ṣe àwa nìkan. Ṣòrí báwọn ilé náà, we demand that the Welsh has full control. Wọ́n ní káwọn èèyàn bá wọn sign petition. We demand that Welsh Cindy has a full control of the natural resources in Wales, just as we are also asking our right. So now let's read quickly this article further. Drowning of a village of Capel Clem drowning of a village. I didn't get any video of this, but there will be any video that talked about it. Article any video or anything, but I just want to say if there's anything that we can. What happened? So in 1955, a tiny village in the North Wales was flooded to build a reservoir for Liverpool. Once every few years, when the water drops low enough, the ghostly ruins of Capel Clem are revealed. In 1955, Liverpool was one of England's tastiest cities and struggling to find a reliable water resources. So everybody now have an idea. The resources tiwa náà nísìn. Ondo State ló ní the largest bitumen. Ekpa yẹn ti. Àwọn wọn ló ń wúlò fún. Ṣó ti wúlò fún gbogbo àwọn 18 local government tó ń bẹ ní Ondo State. Ẹ wá sọ pé Ondo State ló ní the largest bitumen. Ẹ káàbọ̀ yàwá ilé náà. Mo kí bàbá Ọláwálé Àlàbí. So the question about these resources They are very sensitive. Now let's go back. So at an idea, on February 9th, 60 years ago, 3 young men battled through a blizzard condition to plant a bomb at a construction site in a lonely Welsh valley. Their target was a dam being built by Liverpool Corporation to supply water for the city. So people have been fighting for something as far back as 63 years ago. 3 young men, Koiki Afeku, àwọn eléyìí 3 young men nínú òtútù níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn, wọ́n lọ plant bomb sí construction site tí wọ́n fi gbọ̀nmi jáde kúrò níbẹ̀ tí kò ń ṣe ti Liverpool. To provide millions of liters a day for the English city, the people in the small Erie Snowdonia village of Kapal Clan, the Welsh name, so I might not pronounce it very well, were to be evicted and their homes, farms, post office, school, chapel, cemetery flooded to create a reservoir. How many places have been destroyed today in Yoruba land so that the West can get what they want? And we can say that Itiari Toje recent one is there. LOC Journalist Hangout, they have the video there in Osun State where they destroy our mineral resources trying to mine that area. Let's go further. The bomb attack by the newly formed Mudia Ahmadiyyan Simriel Movement for Defence of Wales láti 1960 ni àwọn kan tí ń jà yìí bọ̀. Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó pé wọ́n Movement for Defence of Wales. So táwọn kan bá ń gbọ́ warrior lẹ́ni táwọn náà máa ń pe warrior. Ayé àtayébáyé ni Mudia Ahmadiyyan Simriel Welsh Movement for the Defence of Wales, abbreviated as MAC, was a paramilitary ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ní lórí platform nǹkan bí ìjà èmi á lọ máa mú evidence wá fún yín so that ìwọ tó bá ń jókòó tó bá ń sọ pé Koiki shut up má máa sọ̀rọ̀ violent èmi á máa sọ fún ẹ pé àná àwọn ará Wales gan wà violent as far back as 1960, as far back as 1955. So má wá síbí ìbàkọ́ wá máa sọ fún mi pé movement yóò gbọdọ̀ sí violent nínú ẹ̀ bàbá kí tó ìlẹ̀ lè máa bá sọ yẹn pé kí movement because bàbá ò gbọdọ̀ jáde kó sọ pé movement máa wà violent. But utterance tèmi ń bẹ̀ yín nú whereas àwọn tí utterance tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yìí in tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni èmi kókó ṣé mi ni mo dá movement yẹn sílẹ̀ wọ́n kúkú ti gbé mi ní 1963. Ní 1963 ni àwọn kan ti dá movement máa bá England jà pé sẹ́ a máa lọ ni títí dé ìwọ ìtì lọ o. So ìwọ tó ń sọ fún mi pé a máa lọ ẹ̀bọ̀ tó ní síjà ògùn lókè èmi náà ń gbàdúrà kọ́lọ́run Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run Jésù Kristi Ọlọ́run Ànábì Muhammad kó ṣí bó ṣe máa bá wa ṣe kó dàárín wọn rú kó jẹ́ pé Tinubu ló máa dá ìjà yẹn sílẹ̀ nígbà tí ìtọ́bí bá di president tó bá yọ tọyọ gẹ́gẹ́ àbí kó jẹ́ pàtíkù lọ gbé fún which I know is not going to happen. Tó bá dẹ̀ happen, it gives Tinubu opportunity to destroy Nigeria and everybody break away separately. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ṣàlàfíà làlájì wa. So má wá sórí platform tèmi kan wá máa sọ fún mi because èmi máa lọ mú evidence jáde. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé níbi tá a ti ń ka ilé nísìn ni mo ti mélè jáde fún ẹ pé àníṣe ní 1963 àwọn kan ní Wales wọ́n dá movement for defence of Wales paramilitary Welsh or nationalist organization which was responsible. Máa gbọ́n kọ́tọ́ sọ ìwọ tó ń sọ fún mi pé èmi ò gbàdúrà ká máa ju àkàrà ká máa bọ́ǹbù everywhere but ìtàwọn ilé iṣẹ́ níjọ́ náà lọ́wọ́ ni pé àwọn ni wọ́n wà responsible for the number of bombing incidents between 1963 and 1969 ọdún mélòó nìyẹn that's about 3 years right 64 65 66 67 68 ọdún mẹ́fà ló fi ju bọ́ǹbù ìwọ wá jókòó lẹ́nu a máa gba Yorùbá nation lórí social media èmi náà fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o kọ́lọ́njà àrígbá o. Yoruba nation no going back. Yoruba nation no going back. it is torí yẹn ló easy jù torí tí mo sọ yẹn òun ló torí tó le jù òun lè lé ìtàwọn ilé yìí ṣe ní 1963 ọdún 6 ló fi ju bọ́ǹbù. I'm sure pé wọ́n ti máa negotiate àwọn ọmọ ìdí go further láti study àwọn ilé bọ́mú kan fún wa ní ṣọmọ tó dé wàhálà ìsílẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ni but ọ̀rọ̀ omi là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ nísìn àwa nísìn wọ́n ń gba nǹkan mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ àdé ń gbà mọ́ra. Àná àfẹ́ nínú kò mátà but it's okay but èmi á máa sọ fún ẹ pé lórí platform yìí gbogbo tó bá relate mọ́ ìjà tó ti jà ní àgbáyé fún òmìnira ìní á lọ máa mú wá fún ẹ màá lè máa fi ṣe education fún yín. So right now everybody to understand pé àwọn kan dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ológun tó ń jàjà fún òmìnira nǹkan kan nígbà yẹn ni òyìnbó ti fáwọn náà ní independent wọ́n ti fi ṣọ́ọ̀kì ẹnu àwọn bàbá wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ìbá ti fún yín ní independent bó ṣe mọ̀ pé nígbà táwọn ilé ń ju bọ́ǹbù ní ìgbà ó ní ogun Biafra bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹjọ́ sáré rán mi létí mo fẹ́ pin ẹ̀ that means pé látayédáyé ni wàhálà ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣé 67 lógun Biafra bẹ̀rẹ̀ am I right? ẹ tètè dá mi lọ ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run mo kíyàwó Adéníkẹ́ ṣé 67 ni Biafra war ṣẹlẹ̀? I just want to be sure that I'm saying the right thing. True and question. Ìyẹ́ wo ni ogun Biafra bẹ̀rẹ̀? Ó ṣe wá ń pẹ́ tó tó ìkẹ́ àbò ń dìlé ni. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tí mo sọ ni 67? Okay, 67. Dire, thank you. Nígbà tí ogun Biafra ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, àwọn kan náà ń ju bọ́ǹbù lé àwọn English people pé òdìdá fún yín, ẹ̀yin lè ń dá wàhálà lẹ̀. So ìwọ náà wá máa calculate gbá. So ní 1963, àwọn kan ti ń ju bọ́ǹbù. Okay, Biafra was started on the 15th of January 1966. I just for many few seconds. Family important. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. So 15th. Yeah, over. Mo wà lórí program. All right. Mumba? Okay. January, order. All right. 1966. So, now, into ẹ̀ka máa bèrè ni pé, so, báwọn Biafra náà ṣe ń náà fẹ́ Biafra, whether it was something that is right, is wrong, okay. But àwọn kan náà ń jà bẹ́ẹ̀ ní UK o. But ẹ mọ̀ pé technology ò sí níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn láti sọ fún àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà pé wọ́n ń jà náà ní Wales o, àwọn kan wà náà tó ń ju bọ́ǹbù káàkiri o. They were throwing bombs. So like gbọ́dọ̀ kọ sí ibà. Numbers of bombing tó ṣẹlẹ̀. So thank you so much. So Mr. Seun Falola sọ pé it started 6th of July 1967, okay? And then ended 15th of January 1970. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. 2 years, 6 months, 1 week and 2 days. But what achieve kìíní yẹn délẹ̀ nítorí pé so many things happen along the line. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn gbogbo àwa tá jẹ́ ẹ̀yà la agree sí pé kí gbogbo wa máa lọ ká kúkú pín ní máa tún máa jókòó máa sọ̀rọ̀ regional government bí àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn nísìnyí. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn á ti tán. Ọ̀rọ̀ restructuring ò ní sí láàrin wa, ọ̀rọ̀ Igbo fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ ò ní sí láàrin wa, olúkálùkù á ti lọ separately. Whether it was right or wrong, whether the Biafra gangan ni, whether Ojukwu movement was right, whether it was wrong, ìyẹn kọ́ ni mo sọ nísìn. But in tó fa ìjà tí ó fi di pé ogun ṣẹlẹ̀ náà bẹ́ẹ̀ o ní UK o. So and the whole reason tó ogun yẹn ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kò ju pé wọ́n ò gbọ́ra wọn yé pé sẹ́ àwọn ò ní gbà. Ìkílódé ẹ̀ ń rí àwọn jẹ. Ìbéèrè tí mò ń bi wá lè ní sí pé ṣé wọ́n ń rẹ́ àwa náà jẹ àbí wọ́n rẹ́ wa jẹ? Ṣé wọ́n ń rẹ́ wa jẹ? Tó bá ń rẹ́ wa jẹ, àwọn wo ló ń rẹ́ wa jẹ? Ta Talama hold responsible fún ìrẹ́jẹ tó ń lọ nínú Nàìjíríà. Ṣé APC ni APC ti dé nísìn? APC ni ẹ má worry, èmi Tinubu máa fix economy. Buhari wèrè ni ó lè ní ìtajọsọkọ nìyẹn. Ìgbà tí Buhari dé ó yẹ kó make life easy fún gbogbo wa, but ó wá change ẹ̀. Nígbà tí èmi fẹ́ wọlé ó wá lọ dá owó yẹn. I understand. Ṣé bá ṣe máa ṣe lọ náà nìyẹn? Okay, àwọn kan ní ẹgbọ́ pé government is òyìnbó lè máa ń sọ any government is continuation, pé at least a ti wà ní democracy yẹn máa work, ká sì ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn. Ṣé democracy yẹn máa work in true sense àbí just for a very very limited period? Can we answer that? So just to push up quickly because of our time is going very very fast. Once again, mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé Oòduà gbé wa tá a máa ń sọ kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀, nítorí pé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ kò fi jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó ní lọ síwájú tẹ́lẹ̀. You understand? But let me go back into I'm losing my concentration here, but you must padà sínú program. But when you get a call from your wife, and sometimes I have to deal with one or two things quickly, which my focus will be back into the program in just 30 seconds. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ẹ̀rọ pé iná sọ gbogbo ìyàmọ́ lè máa sọ pé family were very very important, so ẹ má bínú sí mi. Once again, a very very good afternoon, a very good evening, and welcome. You are watching KOKIMEDIA live, and this is a live transmission where we are discussing. Now that the election has been completed, we hope those of you that were involved in those elections will sit back and reflect and say, come on, are we truly one? Can we really live together side by side? So now that my concentration is back in the movement, in the broadcast, I can then continue. So àti mọ̀ nípa àwọn tó ń bomb, okay? So we come further. But nǹkan kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, mo fẹ́ padà sẹ́yìn again níbí báyìí. The bomb attack by the newly formed, wọ́n ṣe form wọn nígbà yẹn ni o. Àwọn tó lọ ju bọ́ǹbù yìí sí company tó fẹ́ fa omi láti Wales lọ sí Liverpool. Ọ̀rọ̀ omi fífà yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ fà nísìn padà wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa níbí báyìí. But kò dàbí ti tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́, gbogbo ẹ ti wà ní constitution, ó ti yé yín, ó ti ní ètò. The bomb attack by the newly formed Mudia Ahmadiyya Sirmur is a movement for defense of Wales on the electricity transformed powering the movement, powering development on the 9th of February 1963 was born of intense opposition to the village drowning. At the mo kàn ṣe àmọ́ bí ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ mo try láti máa link ẹ̀mọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ìyẹn ló ṣe ń pẹ́. Ṣé àwa náà à ń drown ni àbí à ń float ni àbáwá nínú ship èwo náà la wà? Ṣé inú Titanic la wà ní? Ṣé Titanic ta wà náà ṣó máa sọ̀ wá kalẹ̀ àbí àti fẹ́ àbá ti ń rì àbá ìtì rì? Kólúkálukú máa sọ sínú ọkàn rẹ̀. Mr. Shehu ni, is it democracy or agbèrocracy? Àwọn kan lè ní Mr. Shehu pé ojú kan gbogbo wa ni pípọ̀. Ṣèbí Aisha Yusuf sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. Ó ní ṣèbí torí pé zoo tí Koiki wà àti Simon Ekpa ó ti wà advance nísìn lọ́ ṣe ń pariwo. So ìjọ ọ̀la máa dúró, ṣá máa dúró títí dìgbà tí ó máa dé stage kan ká tó sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa da àbí ká tètè filẹ̀. So out of nǹkan kan làwọn èdè náà fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ movement yẹn, just àbáwá náà ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ movement yìí tiwa kàn ní pé adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run pé àkóbọn kalẹ̀ láti máa pa àwọn èèyàn wa. Àwọn olóṣèlú dẹ̀ ló pa yín kọ́lọ́run kó dá ọwọ́ ibi dúró. Now protest ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ rí, tí bá ń pariwo protest àwọn kan ní bí ó ní kankan tó fẹ́ jẹ nínú ẹ̀ ló fi ń pariwo protest, okay, understandable, bí a mo fẹ́ ní kankan ni mo fẹ́ jẹ níbẹ̀. Mr. Koiki, have you seen the policy law in US that state African Americans should never meet with Africans in Africa? I wonder why. Well, they have to protect their interest. So, wo bí báyìí nísìnyí, despite the protest, tó bá pè kan ní despite pé pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ protest táwa náà ti ṣe, ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré wo English dictionary despite because ìnáwó òyìnbó ńláńlá yìí èmi ò ń sẹ́wọ̀n pàápàá tá a lọ school báyìí ká lọ wo meaning ẹ̀ kí ni meaning ẹ̀ and the pronunciation.
Despite.
Ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe pronounce ẹ̀ yàtọ̀ sí báwọn ṣe pronounce ẹ̀. Despite. Kí ló mean? Without being affected. Contemptuous treatment or behaviour outrage. So tó bá sọ pé despite kí ló mean? Used to say that something happened or is true even though there's something that might prevent it from happening. Ṣé rí gbogbo ilé tẹ́mi sì sọ yìí tó bá dé stage kan àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà ò ní gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan mọ́ wọ́n kàn máa dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ because a ti ń pariwo wọ́n dá wa lóhùn. So despite the protest in October 1965 ṣíyàn lè mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti ń protest láti 1965 Alderman Frank Kane of the Corporation of Liverpool pulled a level to sink Capel claim for even under tens of millions of liters of water to create what is called Laney Sealing Reservoir. Ẹ jẹ́ n ṣàlàyé bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín kó lè bá yé wa torí pé òyìnbó yẹn ti pọ̀ jù máa break it down ní èdè títí wa. Wọ́n ní gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń pariwo Yorùbá nation tẹ́ ń gbé rálì lọ sí Abẹ́òkúta a lọ sóńdó a lọ Èkìtì a lọ gbogbo ẹ̀ tí a bá mú ẹkùn gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì dání dáadáa ká mí dáadáa torí pé kò fẹ́ já àlọ́bí kankan eré pálá ń ṣe akọ̀ máa wà níbí báyìí a máa ṣe analysis ìnà àdè máa tọrọ owó lọ́wọ́ yín tó bá so yín náà yín náà lè fún wa lówó mọ́ Koiki get out lọ́wọ́ṣẹ́ and all that because àìtí ìpẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ lóòótọ́ but àwọn kan ní àti pẹ́ 1965 làwọn kan dá wàhálà sí ìjọba England lọ́hùn ṣé àwọn yàtọ̀ sáwà ní ìkọ́tẹ́ ìyẹn tó kọ́ máa amaze mi láàrin gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni ẹ pé ṣé àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun yìí ṣé àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe bọ́ǹbù kọ́ máa fi ju bọ́ǹbù pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ àwọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn I don't know because àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n ní no wọ́n ní ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn èmi náà tí bá ti parí program mo lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wo season 2 Shadow and Bone we are how many minutes cause kò ní ju 3 hours lọ lórí program 3 hours gan ti tó àti fẹ́ máa padà wá sórí program eléyìí this particular day but mo fi pẹ̀ ti understand ní tí mo fẹ́ lò gangan nínú headline yìí màá share líǹkì fún àwọn tó bá ń like láti ka nǹkan bíi tèmi náà èmi náà like máa ka nǹkan wàhálà ti pọ̀ jù but mo sọ pé màá ṣe analysis ẹ̀ dáadáa but mo sì máa padà wá ṣe properly but mo ó pè ẹ rí pé very sensitive subject ní ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation just as àwọn ará Wales ṣe sọ pé ẹ tún mú arántí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ẹ dẹ̀ release the 10 millions of omi even despite gbogbo wàhálà gbogbo bọ́ǹbù because wèrè làwọn tí wọ́n ń control yín àwọn ò ní dá yín lóhùn so gbogbo protest tí àwọn eléyìí náà ṣe pẹ̀lú bọ́ǹbù tó jù wọ́n padà ṣe omi yẹn 10 million waters but lẹ́yìn nísìn they want to repeat the same thing but wọ́n ò ní lọ ní route yẹn mọ́ because ayé ti lajú ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́yìn pé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tàgbédání ó kọjá bá ṣe kọ̀ rọra ń sọ yìí is do or die àwọn kan máa wáyé àwọn kan máa kú àwọn kan máa bá wa délẹ̀ lérí àwọn kan ní bá wa délẹ̀ lérí àdúrà tá à ń gbà ní pé kí gbogbo wa ká délẹ̀ lérí pọ̀ tí a bá gbọ́ dáadáa kò ń ṣe bá ṣe ń fà tá à ń fà tá a bá gbọ́ dáadáa wàláì àlọ́bí kankan but in tí àwọn tó ń rí nǹkan mi fi sọ pé Koiki ìwọ fi sílẹ̀ ìjà tí wọ́n ń jà ìjà Ọlọ́run ni tiẹ̀ kàn ní pé máa educate wa máa feed wa máa kóná mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ bí ogun ò dẹ́rù bà mí because àwọn Wales ní ẹni sí 1963 since 6 years ni wọ́n fi ń ju bọ́ǹbù so that means pé bọ́ǹbù ti wà tipẹ́ but àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ju bọ́ǹbù tí mo lè jù nìkan ni pé kí n wà níbí báyìí sọ pé tí a bá múra dáadáa lótìtọ́ a fẹ́ sọ fún Elédùmarè kó tètè Ọlọ́run ọba kó bá wa tètè ṣe. Thank you so much, Ifeanyi. We're going on, there's no doubt. But we must, be very, very firm. Kò ń ṣe pé ká tún máa fi sentiment sí láàrin méjì. But the main people that are holding your life and my life are the Yoruba politicians that have been used in what is known as today's Nigeria. That is how far I can go this evening. Like I said, I want to go back and watch my own movie, Shadow and the Bone. If you watch it, you will understand that Nigeria is shadow. And that shadow, I just watched this season 1. I'm going to start with the season 2 now. When they're going inside it, there's a lot of monster that wants to kill them. But girl, yeah, she didn't know that she had the supernatural power. But because she had a very close person that had been together in the orphanage home, and they were traveling together, she was not meant to be on that ship, but she eventually, got on the ship. So when the monster were coming, she released that glow. And they were like, wow, so you have this power. And that glow, the moment Emma, sì máa ń sọ pé àwọn tó máa ń gbàdúrà máa ń sọ pé òkùnkùn àti ìmọ́lẹ̀ lè jọ wà níbì kan náà. Òkùnkùn Nàìjíríà, ìmọ́lẹ̀ máa bò. Àsìkò tó fẹ́ máa bò yẹn, ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ti wà in dark, àwa fẹ́ máa gbé light wọnú ẹ̀. So à ń pọ́ǹchẹ̀. Bá ṣe ń pọ́ǹchẹ̀ àwọn olórí burúkú yìí tó jẹ́ àwọn politician àtàwọn àgbáyé tẹ́yìn ò mọ̀, àwọn náà ń di padà lẹ́yìn. Báwa ṣe ń pọ́ǹchẹ̀, wọ́n ń di padà lẹ́yìn. Àná tí ta bá pọ́ǹchì wò yẹn tó bá tóbi dáadáa, tí light bá wọnú ẹ̀, wàláì, politician mi kò ní dúró wò tán. Òun lọ̀rọ̀ fíìmù yẹn, Shadow and Bone. So when they realized the energy tí gẹ̀ yẹn ní, they now thought, okay, that means pé a lè máa gbanú tunnel yìí as long as the glow yẹn bá wà. But ẹni bí ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí glow yẹn kó wà, ìyẹn ni bọ̀bọ̀ kejì yẹn. Iṣẹ́ tiẹ̀, we can remove Ìjìnlẹ̀ now that we have our brother back. And like I said, Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus called me yesterday, and we are grateful that we kept him there. And we say, until Ìjìnlẹ̀ bá padà, la máa yọ picture kúrò nínú thread wa. I know it's going to be on tomorrow from the flyer I saw. I can't confirm that, but like I said, at about midday yesterday, Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus put a phone call to me, and we're grateful to Elédùmarè and every one of you that prayed and remember him. Mo kí Mọ́mí Florence Adéwọlé. So we love Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus, and at least we can take his face out now officially. So, Mr. Koiki, look at this narrative. How Nigerians underdevelop Nigeria and how the Yoruba political elite continue to serve. Àwọn political elite yẹn náà ní. I mean, you don't expect Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá náà donate nǹkan fún wọn ní Yorùbá. Why do Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá need to donate anything for us? We don't need him to donate anything. The Yoruba land has whatever it takes in the world láti make sure pé gbogbo university tó ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n need the right equipment. But Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá is part of the cabal, the elite, that choppy. Moromo, congratulations, DJ Copy, just finished a master's at Oxford University. Good luck to her in whatever she's doing. So Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá, àwọn Kọ́yà, these are the, Mike Adenuga, kí lorúkọ yìí tí àjọṣe tí mo lọ bá ní Òkè Owó, ìyẹn ní owó bí ṣẹpẹrẹ. But kò ní dá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation, I met him. Mo sọ fún yín rí náà, mo ti sọ story yẹn fún yín ní London ní bíbáyìí nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe 80th birthday ṣekúṣẹyẹ bàbá ambassador tó wá tíyàwó ìjàgbàjántìs yẹn àwọn obìnrin kan wà there wicked. I can't blame the guy, the man, but ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ní òun fẹ́ rí Kóìkì nínú party yẹn. Who is who ló wà ní party yẹn ní Park Lane. Bó ṣe gbọ́ pé Kóìkì wà ń bẹ̀ bá wọ́n ní kó lọ sọ fún mi pé àwọn invite mi. Òkè Owó, nígbà tó Òkè Owó dé, ọwọ́ mi ló dé sí nínú hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn. Fóònù mi ni mo fi bá connect hotspot. Àwọn olówó nìyẹn. Wọ́n ọ̀dà kankan mọ́. But these are the elite. Ó ní owó bí ìṣẹ̀pẹ̀rẹ̀. brand customized motor ló gbé wá phantom ṣe phantom yẹ with his own plated number tó bá jẹ́ pé mi jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ̀bìà ni màá máa rá bàbà fún ẹ bàbá dádì àni dáta ló ní dádì òfò he's a good man mo mọ̀ rí o but mo kàn ń sọ ni but these are the people that we expect to be part of this movement but àwọn náà ti darapọ̀ mọ́ Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti wọnú Nàìjíríà gan interdefension yìí tá bá split ẹ̀ kò ń ṣe pé Òkèwò ní lówó mọ́ kò ń ṣe pé Mike Adenuga ní lówó mọ́ but irú contract wo lọ sign tí Mike Adenuga fi di ẹni tó ní glo lẹ́nìí pẹ̀lú Babangida. So these are the problems we're dealing with. Ẹ̀yin wá fẹ́ nẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá nation lórí social media a máa gbò wọ́n dáadáa tá a máa fi lọ́nà kọjá but tá a bá ti gbò wọ́n dáadáa my job here will be to continue to educate us on how we can do so and the only way we can do so is more education and one day everything will just that's enough. Nigerians wọ́n ti sún ikàn gírí but tí yí padà so wọ́n sún yàn kan gírí ẹ dúró sára ògiri yẹn our own is we're expecting you to turn around and hammer them back. Maybe we will see that because especially that this same government it's still the same government because nothing is changing, it's just Tinubu. Maybe you think it's going to make your life better. I don't know. But I know that Nigeria is in a big debt to the tune of almost 70 trillion naira. I've been told, I still believe that there can still be a military coup. I don't see the court changing anything for Peter Obi and Atiku. But we will continue to educate as many of our people. Have a very good afternoon. Make I go enjoy. Eba bẹ̀rẹ̀ popcorn yẹn, eba mi tètè ṣe popcorn yẹn, mo ara jókòó pẹ̀lú popcorn àtomi. I know they drink, but I love fizzy drink, but it's not too good for me. Thank you, every one of you. Sonke, if I didn't mention every one of you, your name, especially our listener. Look, don't allow my own post. I can write it any way I like. Don't let it give you high blood pressure. If you cannot withstand any of my pages, I beg you. Look, I'm not looking for followers. Just delete yourself. And don't ever, ever compare me with anybody. I am Koikimedia, one out of so many Yoruba people that believe that we should be free from the bondage of the British colonial that has been put on our people, living in darkness like shadow and bone. Agbo, you don't see IGBOHO, and then we end the program. When I come back, support us if you want to. We appreciate it. Those of you that continue to pray for us, we appreciate you as well. Is Sunday IGBOHO fine? Extremely fine. I speak to him all the time, every day. CSI is doing very well. As long as you're listening to me, don't listen to CSI. Doesn't need to come out and speak right now. It will do at the appropriate time. God bless Mazin and the Kanu. God bless all the Biafras, even those that are those, we appreciate them, even though they don't support the autopilot. God bless the Ambazonia. God bless all the indigenous people that are fighting for their right, the Welsh, the Scottish. The world, the global world is changing, and the energy is going to shift. I am not your pastor that prophesies anything, but I know there is a lot of movement. The global world is shaking, Economy is going to drop down in some places. I don't know. There will be disaster. We pray that disaster doesn't happen. But because evil people has hold the truth, and they are using the false narrative against every one of us. And whether you call it God, Eledumare, whatever you call it in your different languages, it will eventually catch up on some of those countries, and those that you call the powerful leaders. Are they going to arrest Putin? Forget about that. ICC cannot arrest Putin. Kakako arrest Putin, it will just atomic bomb, boom, and everything gone. Is he a good guy? I don't know. I don't know who's a good guy. But all I know is humanity will be free. And it will be free with this generation, whether you like it or not. Our relationship with the Biafra might not please a lot of you. I don't care. I am not here when Azikiwe and Baba Ulawo were moving around, coming to London and doing that. I am now here with Simon Ekpa, where I can talk to him in reality. And like I said, if the Igbo wants to take our land, we will fight them and fight them with our blood. But for now, I will fight one common enemy. That is the Fulani that is holding us back. And all these Olori Buruku politicians. Bye for now.
Ìṣọ̀kan nìkẹ́jẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú ìfowó àtọ́ni ọmọ Odùduwà bọ́ sí ipò ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ìgbàdúláwọ̀ àwa ni. God bless every one of us. God bless all the Yorubas. God bless the Yoruba land. God bless the Hausa land. God bless the Igbo land or Biafra land. God bless the Middle Belt, the Edo, and everybody. God bless humanity. But we will make sure that humanity will never suffer with our program. Emma Bon Okudieni. Bye for now.
One of Nigeria, Nigeria in the education, something in the earth, infrastructure, or failure, who cannot fail it, one failure, but we are so going to die. Who hope to check by what I do. I found me now, I see one no more alive. No one said, no one. What I said, I did not know about you know, I know what you want. When you gave me a pack, I said, you could was a pack. May your cousin, but they don't go hospital. She not go show me. Don't go on, I don't know if I'm going to say, you go back to go. Ọmọ Oòduà ọ̀gá Fúlàní ọ̀gá Fúlàní ọ̀gá Fúlàní ló jẹ́ o. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sílùú mìíràn.
Life is so funny. You come with nothing, then fight for everything, and later leave everything and go back with empty hand. God is powerful. Life is so funny. You come with nothing, then fight for everything, and later leave everything and go back with empty hand. God is powerful.